Boom! We are live once again, everybody. It is Born Power Allah and Queen
Queen
Ice in
Ice.
the building.
I know y'all missed us.
They missed us.
See, that's what happens when we all try to enjoy the holidays. We
Mm-hmm.
miss each other.
Yeah.
But we missed our family more. And the good news is we, for the most part, reconnected with our family. So,
Mm-hmm. Hope it was a good connection for everybody who celebrates it.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
y'all had a good time out there. Yeah.
Anybody still feeling the effects of all the food from Thursday?
Ooh, they feel the effects from Thursday. It's gonna be a
I don't know,
monster.
because I woke up to a fat plate of leftovers.
Did you?
Oh, yeah,
You still got leftovers?
absolutely.
Okay.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner until it's gone.
Mm. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner
That's
until it's
right.
gone.
Until it's gone.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy?
What?
Before anybody come in or whatever, several people have been telling me that they watched the show.
Really?
Yeah, but for some reason, we don't see them up there. I guess unless they come into the studio under a name, I don't know, or
Hmm.
somehow. Let me tell what's name them that we on live.
We're just going to give it a few minutes for some of our good,
1
loyal people to join us.
Mm-hmm. No music.
No music, y'all. Y'all know we love music. Music is the comfort to our soul. However, YouTube don't like us playing music. Facebook, they're iffy. But
Right.
YouTube been just cutting our heads off about it. So we're gonna stick to no music unless y'all want to hear us harmonize. I don't have a great voice,
I
but
do
I'll
not
try
either.
it.
I cannot do it.
Right.
I cannot do
I
it.
ain't the one. I might be able to rap a few bars of somebody else's lyrics, but I'm not even good at that.
Right. And I had some slick music to play for this one. But I can't play it on YouTube. So I'll just say it on YouTube. I was gonna play Maxwell.
Ooh, I love Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Which song?
I had a variation. I was gonna play Fortunate. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying?
Yes, Lord.
Fortunate was gonna be played.
That would have been
Uh,
very awesome.
let me turn off these ringers. Yeah, we go. Yeah, it would have been good to be able to play some of that music. We was gonna play the music of Maxwell and see what was going on. Did it come up in that group?
Oh, I'm just scrolling down trying to
Let me go into
find
the
all
group
the
too.
episodes so that I can pin them up at the top for us to easily access them. That's what I've been doing throughout the
Right,
time.
right. That would be great. Let's see. Yeah. Um. Send this over here. I had to send several people the YouTube link. Let's see. Oh, come on, not now. Give us a second.
You got anybody in there?
They not in there, but I think they coming through the other side.
Oh, through YouTube?
Yeah, so I'm gonna send this link out real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna send the link out real quick and see if I can. Let me do it like this. Go back here. But oh man. Come on, y'all. Come on. Always tripping. Um all right, here we go. I had to do that first. Okay. So even if no one comes along,
That's not going to stop our show.
this show is gonna be done and completed. If it get too hot, let me know.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I had turned up the heat. I didn't want it to be so cold down here. I was like, it's kind of cold down here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we on over here. Down here. Okay. You know what I mean? All right. So we good on this note. I'll keep it going on there. Anyway.
Anyway.
I was gonna play some Maxwell. Fortunate. I was gonna start off with Fortunate. Then I was gonna play each. What's the name of it? Each hour. Let me see what the name of it is. I don't want to mess the name of his song up. I was gonna play that. Let's see. It is each hour, each second, each minute. Don't play. Okay. Whew. It almost played. Almost got kicked off of YouTube again. Yeah, so I was gonna play those two and then a couple more. Hey, anybody that might be here with us? If you are here with us.
For any of you guys that did join the channel and subscribed, I know you all are wondering what happened to all those videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube pulled them all.
YouTube.
So in the next coming months, days, weeks, however you want to look at it, we'll be pulling short clips from the lives that we've done on the group page and posting them in little snippets on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And if anybody is on here, give us a wave real quick, and then we about to get in it because
In the
we got
thick
some
of
things
it.
to do tonight. If you on either one, let us know, and we'll be ready to go. So yeah, I was like, this was a great subject, and I've been seeing this subject everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was really super excited about this subject, and here's why.
You got the custom shirt on.
I do. I got
Okay.
I had this customized for
That's
myself.
nice.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I like that.
Yeah. I was super excited because, you know, sometimes when you mention Black love, just saying, oh, I love Black love, right? There's so many different angles that you can spin that phrase in itself. And sometimes I would say a vast majority of people kind of box it into just one thing. They box it into intimacy and relationships between Black couples.
Yeah.
And to me, you're doing an injustice to the phrase by boxing it into just that.
Right. You can't Black love is deeper than boxing it into anything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It sure is.
Let's see. I'm gonna post a link. So in case Mr. Mitchell in the building, Mr. Long is in the building, and anybody that might want to join this live can hit that link that I just put in the comment section and jump on in and say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? And if I seem like I'm a little distracted today, it is because I cannot wait to get out here and play.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
It's time to play, y'all.
It is time to play.
It's the weekend.
TGIS.
TGIS.
Thank God it's Saturday.
Thank me, it is Saturday, y'all. You feel me? Mr. Long, we see you in the building. I just put the link up in case you want to join. Oh, Mr. Long is joining. He is joining. We're going to bring you on in 2 ticks. We'll bring him on right now. Mr. Long, I love this cup. This is a bad cup. It is.
I got to find mine. I ain't even going to lie.
Mr. Long, I'm going to take you back.
It's in my house with all my
Mr.
chaos.
Mr. Long. Okay.
We don't need to back. Yeah, come back to the screens. So.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Long, we had you up there, man. You got to walking around.
Right.
Can you hear us? Oh, you got to unmute your mic, Mr. Long. You got the headset on? If you got the headset on, if you got the Bluetooth on, it might not work well. It's probably better to have it without the Bluetooth. There you go.
All right, now.
I don't know what is going on with my thing tonight. I cannot hear.
The Bluetooth. Can you hear us now?
I mean, I can hear y'all, but it's like really, really, it's like I turned my volume all the way up. I don't know if you guys' volume is down or something, but it's like really, really low. And putting on my earbuds don't help
No, the
because
earbuds.
for some reason they're not connecting with YouTube or StreamYard, one of the two.
No, it's the earbuds. Earbuds take away from the volume. So let me see real quick. Okay. All right,
The volume is really, really low on my side.
Tell me about now. Is it better now? Did it get better?
I don't know if it's my, because it's like before I entered, when I was listening just to you guys, it was normal. But as soon as you brought me in, it went to like 0.
Oh, okay. Something went wrong. It might be the what's name.
Saying, as long as I was listening to you guys talk, it was normal.
It was good.
But
then as soon as you brought me in, the volume, like, that's the problem I've been having. Like when I was on my way to work, it's the same. It does the same thing.
Really?
But for some reason, it wouldn't connect to my car. It won't connect to my earbuds. When you bring me in, it knocks me off.
Okay, you on now though. We hear you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in there, but I can like barely hear what you're saying.
Okay. Give me 1 second. No, I can't do that. But if you can just bear with us, then bear with us. We're gonna see if anybody else can hear too. Then we'll know a little bit about what's going on.
I'm just gonna pop in on the Custer page, y'all, just to see if I can generate some interest.
Yeah, pop in over there.
Just to see if y'all are really interested in this topic today. So let me go on ahead. Mr. Mitchell, hold tight. Hold tight. Good evening, my Custer people.
Mine too.
Let me go on ahead and switch it over here.
Oh, that's great.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. 1 second, Mr. Mitchell.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Please sit in on this topic today.
Yeah. Anybody
please.
Yeah, come on down on that topic and see what's going on. When y'all get on this live, we're going to talk to y'all. But until then, we're going to give up about 3 more minutes of some good chat.
Hello, Mr. Valdez and Mr. Tommy. Hello.
Tommy Buddy Chance.
It is good to see some Custer Indian faces.
Indeed it is. What happened to you said you was gonna bring
my cousin.
Cuzzo, yeah.
Well, you saw we went back and forth on her post after she said she had a topic for us to discuss. However, my cousin decided she has better plans tonight. Sorry.
You should have tagged her in.
I should have, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Let me see. I could probably tag her in this comment right here.
Yeah, tag her in the comments.
Let me go ahead and see where you at, Miss Stacy.
Governor, what is the word? We see you in the building. Hopefully you'll join the screen. You know, while we waiting for that, I'm gonna say this. Mr. Mitchell bounced out, but he'll come back. I'm putting the thing up there one more time for y'all. Devina said, "Hey there. What's going on, Devina?"
I still say you're saying that girl name wrong.
No, that's her name, man.
I think it's Devana. We had this conversation though.
Devana.
I think it's Devana.
Impossible.
I think it is Devana.
Okay. Mr. Mitchell just came back.
Good. Hello, Miss Lucas. Stephanie Lucas joined us, and so did Dennis.
Lucas, what's the word?
What y'all know about Black Love? Look at that. 5 viewers in the Custer group.
Yes.
That means y'all really know a lot about Black Love. If y'all tuning in today, school me, educate me, or maybe it'll be vice versa.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for a few more people to join us, and then we can get this topic wholeheartedly kicked off.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, before we start, I'm gonna give a shout out to my daughter's school. Her
Woo-hoo.
volleyball team, Delaware State University, has made the big dance in volleyball, y'all. They took their conference, they dogged Howard out.
Mm,
They dogged Howard out,
mm,
and then they went on to dog Coppin State out.
mm,
They annihilated them. So
mm.
we're gonna represent them to the fullest.
All right
We don't
now.
know where they'll be playing at yet, but we're gonna see. Maybe they'll be playing Pittsburgh or Nebraska. So that could be Nebraska's Big Ten. Pitt, I don't think Pitt is ACC, I think, right?
I don't even know.
Well, anyway, congratulations to them.
Congrats.
And anybody else whose daughters might have made it. You know
And
what I'm
congrats
saying?
to those that challenged them along the way, that helped them to
Yeah.
get to the success that they are.
Yeah.
You know, somebody had to lose. But
Exactly.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
you know
There was
what?
probably some good teams that
They was good teams. But see, for every loser, there's a winner.
that is true.
So
That is true.
we're gonna take that side because you never know what happens next. Let me put Mr. Mitchell on here. So anyway, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about black love. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Talk to
Let's
him.
talk about black love, Mr. Mitchell.
What is love? Let's see. What is love? Oh, we look at here on the screen. It would be great if we can get those people to jump onto the YouTube channel and watch everything we do.
Right. But I'll try my best to do some commentary for you guys, for those that either are not tech savvy or just simply refuse.
Yeah.
But you know, we're gonna talk about black love. Hey, Carmisa.
Carmisa in
Hey,
the
girl.
building. Mr. Perry, I see
Again,
you.
happy belated.
Yeah. So what the word? Okay, so we know what black is, right?
We know what black means.
Black is original.
It is.
Black is first. Original is first. Black. So
Right.
black is original and original is first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what that means that we talking about what should be your first love,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
On the screen over here, we done put up here what
The
love
definition
is.
of love.
Yeah, we put a few small definitions of what love is. Love could be a noun or a verb,
It can be.
right? So the first definition of love is an intense feeling of deep affection,
Mm,
right?
mm,
Four. And then the second one is a great interest and pleasure in something,
mm.
right? Now the verbs, those are the nouns. Now
Those
the
are the nouns.
verbs are the first one will be feel deep affection for someone basically or something, and then number two would be to like or enjoy
very
much.
much. There she is, Miss
Stacey
Stacey
Terry
Terry.
is in the building.
She should have been in the building, like sitting right here in between me and my brother.
Between us, come on down, Miss Stacey. Where you at, girl? Is she in town?
She's what?
Is she in town?
Yes, she is here in Milwaukee,
Oh, that's how you
Wisconsin.
do us.
She right. That is exactly how
Did you
she
hear the
is.
definition of love?
I think for Stacy, who just joined us, go on ahead and break it down for her.
Yeah, love could be a noun, a verb, and you know a verb is an action.
It is an
You
action.
dig? So I'll let you go with that. Though. I ain't gonna go in that direction, Stacey.
We're not going to
Mr.
talk about
Mitchell.
the action part of it, but
Action.
look, y'all got Mr. Mitchell and my brother Born Paul up here choking off of the action.
The action.
Oh, no. I'm all about the action.
I bet you do.
Yes.
No, not like that. No, in order for someone to know that you love them, and black love or whatever kind of love, you got to tell them one first, and then you got to show them. So
Exactly.
And that the showing part is the action.
Yeah.
right,
And that can come in many different forms.
Right.
yes, many forms, yes.
Yeah. So we got a lot of different kind of loves too, everybody,
We
right? We
do.
got a lot of different kind of loves because like you said, it's a noun and a verb.
It is.
And then when you talk about black love, like I said, original love, first love,
Mhm.
your first love should be for who? Who should it be for?
Allah, God. that should be your first love.
Bam.
Self-love
like
is the
that,
best
don't you?
love, though.
You like
And
that?
I preach self-love.
You
I
like
love
that?
that. That
I
is
know, that's
cute. That
cool.
is so
Y'all
cute.
missing the action over here.
That
Mr.
is cute.
Mr. Mitchell, say what we got on the screen, man. You got to join the conversation. What you
Oh,
got?
I didn't put that.
I know
No,
I
you-
put it there.
right.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, okay, somebody talking.
Coach G. Coach G. So
Self-love.
self-love. You gotta have self-love.
You gotta have you gotta love yourself before you can
Gotta love
exude
yourself.
and give out love to other people.
Right. Well, your first love is usually your mother because you don't until you learn love. That's what you know is your mother. That's usually your first love.
Yeah, that
But-
was cool right there. Like
Yeah, that was cute. That
Mr.
was
Mitchell,
cute.
it's almost like I'm high tonight, man. I only drank some good tea.
Right.
Right.
We're having a discussion, y'all.
Mr.
Side note.
Yeah.
Side note. So we were having a discussion, and he said, I'm feeling kind of high, like I smoked a little weed and shit, and I ain't really had none. And I said,
don't
it's
smoke.
kind of like when I said, I told him, I said, that kind of sucks because if you feel like you did something but you actually didn't, it almost feels like you robbed yourself, right? But then I gave an analogy, and I was like, just think about it
give
this
it to
way,
him.
right? Think about it this way. It's like feeling like you had sex, but you really didn't.
Did not have it.
Mhm.
What?
No.
the-
I don't like that analogy.
That's,
No,
that's what I
I
said.
don't. My brother didn't like it either. But at the end of the day, feeling like you're high and you really aren't high, or you haven't really, smoked any weed, or
Right.
and
Well, I don't.
kind of sucks because
Well,
So I'm with my brother. I don't smoke, so I wouldn't know.
right, but that could also be. It don't got to be too bad because that means I probably got a deep affection for something or
almost
someone.
like a love,
Right.
It is a love. It's a love.
right? It
You know I
is.
love.
Right.
Well, hey,
I ain't gonna love
I'm
nobody
glad
be-
you love
I ain't
yourself.
gonna ever love nobody more than I love myself.
Right.
Who might not?
I hope not.
I'm the opposite. I love myself, but I
There's a couple people.
I care more about other people than I do myself.
Yeah. Who?
Man, the list is long. First and foremost, my girl, then my kids. I mean, my family.
Right.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, that's why I say, I care more about other people than I do myself. I can take a lot, but leave my people alone.
right.
That's my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
boy, black love is different, and I'm speaking from as an adult man from a romantic point of view, not a relationship type stuff. And
Mr. Kuiper in the building.
it's different. 'Cause, man, I'd have been through some stuff, but I'm gonna let y'all welcome everybody. We get into it,
Yeah,
but.
Mr. GT, what's the word?
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
So listen, what do you start with?
I mean, if Mr. Mitchell wants to kick it off with romantic love, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
romantic
But
love.
as I said in the very beginning, for those Custer folks that are just now joining us or who didn't join us at the very beginning, I simply said that when people think about Black love and they talk about Black love, almost always their mindset goes to the romantic piece of it or the relationship piece of it. Like when you box Black love into something so small as relationships, then you're doing an injustice to the phrase, because Black love encompasses so much more than romance.
It does.
It does. I agree, but from my perspective, no other form of Black love has showed me
KD.
Hey,
showed me certain the aspects of Black love than the relationship side,
That's
and you're right. It's a broad subject. We could be here all night and not even touch a pinprick. The subject.
absolutely. I
Well,
really love just speaking about love in general, but when you add the one word in front of that, it changes the dynamic of what love means.
Mhm.
Think about that. Like, I love plants, I love flowers, I love sunny skies, but when you add black in front of love, that changes
The
what
whole
I'm doing.
dynamic.
It definitely does.
The whole dynamic. So for me personally, I like to start off with self-love. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why. We do understand that you gotta have love for your mother in the beginning and your parents, but you don't know what it is.
Right. You really
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
So after at a certain age, you start learning about yourself and you start having to have confidence and enthusiasm and being able to project that onto the world and let the
Mm-hmm.
world,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes the world could take away that love that you have for
Ooh,
yourself,
yes.
right? So I like to stick with that self-love in the beginning.
Yes.
And we need to know what that is. And that's like a lot of black people,
Mm-hmm.
right? In particular,
Right.
as I know it, don't have self-love,
Woo!
don't learn self-love in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, because first one thing that people don't do is not all, don't
Right.
teach who you are. In
Right.
order to love yourself, you gotta know who you are in
Right.
some way or fashion.
Right.
Like your
Exactly.
that's the great thing about knowing who your mama is, your grandmama is, and possibly your great great grandmama and great daddies and stuff like this. Knowing your daddy, your granddaddy, and your great granddaddy and your great great granddaddy. That's one of the things about knowing that, because then you know who you are
Mm-hmm.
and you get to see where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Right.
the stronger the figure is, the farther away, paternally or maternally, the better for your self-love.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Exactly.
So I think black love should always start with self-love,
I agree.
knowing who we are and knowing how to exude that confidence onto the world for black men and black women as boys and girls. You know what I mean?
Yes, I wholeheartedly
Mhm.
agree. Thank you for joining us, Felicia Williams, even if it's just for a hot second. We
Felicia,
appreciate you.
what's going on?
But yeah, I
KD
totally
over there
agree.
too.
And I have to think about my life and how I approached life from early on, when I really started to develop who I was
Yeah.
and develop a respect and a love for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say that it wasn't until I was an adult that I started to appreciate self-love.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And see the confidence, right,
Yes.
of
Yes.
getting self-love. Like I see you with your grandbabies, right?
Oh man, yes.
Right. Their confidence is
Through the
beyond the
roof.
sky.
It is.
It's beyond the sky because
is.
you teach them so much right now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no steps missed. I'm not saying there was any steps missed with us,
Right.
but we seeing it a little different now. We can
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
It's a big difference when you can actually visualize
Mhm.
what's going on, not with your eyes.
Right.
You're actually able to see what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that
Right.
makes one of the biggest difference.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What you say,
But see,
Mr.
and sometimes it takes you a little bit longer to learn self love, because in my case, I became a parent at such a young age. I had to project the love that should have been for me onto a baby, because
Mhm.
I became a parent at 16.
I was
You know, and
at 15.
right. Well, like I said, I lost my virginity at 15 and became a dad at the same time.
Mm.
So yeah, 9 months later, I was 16 when she was born,
Mhm.
and like I'm 57 now. 56, and my daughter's 39. So y'all do the math. But at such a young right, I had to lose myself in her.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she has always known who her daddy was. I worked, man. I went to school, worked, played sports, all that. But my parents did not take care of my child. I did.
Right. Right.
They helped, but I took care of my baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And and right now to this day, I'm daddy. She ain't never called no other man daddy. Even though her my ex-wife, she had got married twice. One dude was Mackie, and the other dude was Kevin. That's what she knew them as. I have always been daddy.
Mm.
Okay.
So, to the Queen's point, she said she didn't really learn self love until she became an adult. So I can relate to that because I was the same way. Because at such a young age, I had to project my love to somebody else.
Yes.
That's peace. That's peace.
Yes.
Now I got it a little bit different because I was like, I don't know, maybe it was being in okay, so on the East Coast, we got a lot, it was a lot different. And I remember everything from there when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, that time, right? Um, and it was so many people, right, that was there. Now you don't have to be having any direct contact with them, but you had contact even if it wasn't direct. Because you got to think about like the influence of Malcolm X was there. The influence
Heavily.
yeah, the influence of Louis Farrakhan was there. The influence of Adam Clayton Powell was there. Joanne Chesimard, which is Asada Shakur. All of these influences, right? Allah was there. So all of these influences. So as a young person, we was learning who we was in the beginning, even though we might have not had direct contact with them. Our people felt the need to make sure that we knew you are black.
You are
You know what I'm saying? You are loved, and this is how you
Right.
love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whether you could be like a black Jamaican or a black Trinidadian or a black St. Lucian or even the black people from the continent was different. And so everybody got that little touch of it at that
Right.
early age, right? So listen, check this out. I always love to tell this story. Right? No,
Hey
because
Herb, thank you for joining.
Herb, check this out. This is crazy. So we all went to high school together, right? And when I was a freshman in 1986. And I told this story before, but we had to go through the different shop classes, right?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this. It was a lot of racism there at that time, right? It was like literally the blacks against the whites, and the teachers were dirty towards us. The white teachers were dirty towards us, and the black teachers showed us love, right? And I remember being in metal shop, Mr. Finko's class, metal shop, and we had at the end of learning his class for 6 weeks, we had to go through make our metal project, right? And I made the project. I actually got it upstairs, and it says, "I'm proud of my black heritage." I'm 14 years old at the time, right? It said, "I'm proud of my black heritage," and he tried to get me kicked out of school.
Oh wow.
For that, for just that wasn't it? Yeah,
Shame.
but at 14, I'm showing self-love at 14,
Absolutely.
and the
Right.
system was trying to take it. The system
Right.
tried to
Yeah.
take love.
Right.
That's why I try to push a lot of love onto the younger people. You know what I'm saying? But all people in general, but the younger people, and I don't care if they black, white, or whatever, if they in need of love and not in a malicious type of way with me, then I'm going to show them love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they can have some confidence in themselves as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a viewer, Mr. Dallas, who says self-love brings about one's true self-happiness. I agree with that.
What do you say?
Self-love brings about one's true self-happiness.
That's oh yeah, that's peace, Mr.
Yeah.
AD.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I just got messed. I can't remember. But go.
He said, I got to talk about y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with
Man, I can tell you 100 stories like that one you just said. I grew up in Texas. Man, we literally had to fight for survival. And I'm talking about literally. But especially because you were a freshman in 1986. I was long gone from school. But I had to go through desegregation
yeah.
in my hometown. And I'm telling you, man, it was rough. As they basically closed the black and Hispanic high school and split us up and sent us to the 2 white high schools. And they didn't want us there. We didn't want to be there. It was like the 1960s, and I graduated high school in '84. and it was like the 1960s, and so yeah, we had to. Not only did we had to love oneself, we had to look out for each other, man, because that was a rough time. Like I said, that story you told about that metal shop, I can tell 100 or more stories about just regular school, not even having to,
Yeah.
that because you go through something like that. I'm not kidding, man. It was like something like they weren't like blocking buses and that kind of stuff, but the tensions were high, man, in that school.
I can imagine. You know,
You ever seen that? You seen the movie Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
That's the school I went to.
yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You know, I think and this is a good disposition point for the second piece of what my brother just posted on the YouTube channel. Number 2, Black love is you got to love your people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Love my people.
you and Mr. Mitchell both spoke on that
Mm-hmm.
because as you experienced in high school, the Black teachers showed you love
Mm-hmm.
where you couldn't get it from nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with you, Mr. Mitchell. You had to show love and get it back from your own peers who were of African American descent.
Yes, exactly.
You definitely have to have love for your people, and I think that's what makes us the most unique ethnic group there
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's because we have seen so many of us struggle. We've seen so many of us be discriminated against. We've seen so many of us being done wrong by other races. And it's not just white people. We've been done wrong by Asians.
Yeah.
We've been done wrong by Hispanics. And
We've
throughout it all,
we've also been done wrong by our own people now.
I was about to say the same thing.
yes, yes,
Now. And I'm not going back. I'm saying right now.
Right now, yes, sir.
Yeah, when we talk about
But see, I'm the kind of person I like to travel a lot, and I hadn't like since the pandemic, I hadn't really traveled like I used to, but I am next year. But that's another story. But I go to a lot of places, and it's like people always say, "Hey, stay away from this neighborhood," or "This is a bad neighborhood," and I'm like, man, I'm not scared of my own people. I am not. I go to the neighborhoods where they say don't go.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I went to Kansas City last time. The last little trip I took before the pandemic, I went to Kansas City. Oh man, don't Prospect, man, Prospect. Don't go to that area. Da da da. Like man, you can go anywhere you want to, as long as you don't run around there acting like you run the place. Ain't nobody gonna bother you.
Right, or being
You
disrespectful.
know, right? Being disrespectful. Because I like to go eat where they eat. You know what I'm saying? I can eat chain restaurants at home. I want to go to the places where they hang out. You know.
Right. Hey, Devin, we see you on the screen.
Devin, are you ready to join us? Thank you, Chevy and Kevin and Lance. You
And
all
Sean.
popped in on
And
us.
Sean
And
is on there.
Sean. Yes, thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Devin, do you see that you are on the screen?
Feel free,
Devin.
any of you guys here in the Custer group, to chime in about Black love and what you think about Black love and what your definition of Black love is. And, we love the interaction from you guys. You guys keep us inspired to continue to do these lives.
Right.
Davina,
do you see
we see
yourself?
you painting your nails, honey.
I know somebody popped up on my screen, but it's not on my screen no more. So I don't.
Yeah, we took it off.
I took it
Oh,
off.
okay.
So,
But yeah, so having love for your people, and again, when you add Black in front of that, I feel like we are the most unique group of ethnicities that we love on whom loves on us, and it just so happens to
Exactly.
be on each other first.
yeah, and we should love on each other first, and that's another thing.
Hell yeah.
What I know, like I did not go to a HBCU,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You didn't go either. Okay,
No.
my ex-wife did. My daughter does.
Mhm.
Right. My daughter literally had scholarships to some high level PWIs.
Mm.
Right. and that was a family decision to reject those.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying? We
Right.
rejected on purpose. She literally had a scholarship to. She could have went to Harvard,
mm-hmm.
and we rejected that. And that was so that she could be at a HBCU to build the network and to see all of the love that so many Black people have to have for one another to be there.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's important.
Yeah, because now you understand that you're gonna have squabbles and different friction, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, this is your new family.
Right.
This is the family that you don't know yet. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So once you meet
Mm-hmm.
them,
Right.
now you meet that family member that might live overseas or might live in 5 states over or 8 states over. You never met them before, but as soon as you meet them, y'all like this.
Right. And you feel like you've known them your whole life.
Right. Right. And that's
But see, when I came out of high school, I was a good athlete. I was a really good football player. I was recruited by a lot of schools, including some HBCUs. But
uh-huh.
I had bigger dreams. At the time, I had NFL dreams
Mm.
and stuff like that. And when you go on recruiting visit now you have to keep the picture in your head that we're talking about 1984.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not talking about current day.
Mm-hmm.
But I went on recruiting visits to Grambling, and I went on a recruiting visit to Texas Southern, which is my mother's alma mater. My mother went to Texas Southern. But when you go somewhere like Texas Tech or Texas, Oklahoma, schools like that, and then you go to a HBCU, and the facilities at a HBCU are here, the facilities at the bigger schools is like up here. It's hard. It's hard to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And because I wouldn't have mind playing at an HBCU, but I couldn't stomach living there.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Like now, their facilities are so much better
Mm.
because the lights are being shined on it more. But
Mm.
back then, man, it was like night and day. You're like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You go, when you go on a recruiting visit, you tour the entire campus, the dormitories and everything. And I'm like, there's no way.
Mm.
I can't. It was a room, when I went to Grambling, they had 3 people in a room smaller than my bedroom at home.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah. And when I went on recruiting visits to other schools, I ended up playing at Abilene Christian University, which is a D1 program. But when I went to go visit there, they had 2 people staying in an apartment.
Mm. That's dope.
You see what I'm? So that I regret not giving HBCUs the due diligence that they deserve. But at the time, I was thinking of bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No doubt. And that's one of the things that sometimes with loving your people, sometimes with loving your people, you got to be able to sacrifice. That's a big issue when we talk about the love that we have for our people.
Right.
Right. Because see, the 2 years that I spent on the Redskins practice squad is the reason I've never had a mortgage. So,
Right. No doubt.
I've been able to, when I sell one home, I've been able to pay for the other one. So that,
Right. No doubt.
Go ahead and read
I'm eating crow right now, but because I'm feeling kind of bad about not considering the HBCUs, but that was my reality at the time.
Okay, Devina says she's going to join again in a minute to talk about loving Black people and what it means to me. Yeah, we want to hear that, Devina. Come on back on the screen and let us know what it means to you. But okay, so here go the thing. When we talk about loving Black people, here go the other part. We're gonna give this to Queen Ice to say that one too.
This next one is children.
Yes, sir.
Children.
Yeah. Let's see if Devina got anything
I love
to
me
say
some
about
little Black
children.
babies. Hello, Devina.
Hello, Devina.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi. Would you have anything to say about Black love for children?
Okay, so
You just said hi too.
the top three, or these 3 points, all go together, of course. So for me as a child, trigger warning for anybody, this will be about sexual abuse. I was sexually abused at a very, very young age.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't think anyone noticed that there was a change in me. So I had to learn self-love the very hard way, a very, very hard way. Once you put on poverty, absent father, single mom, and then you put in my looks. I'm overweight, I'm dark skinned in the time that I grew up in. So I had to learn self-love the very hard way. But I'm not one of those people that was bullied and then like they don't like black people because black people made them feel some type of way. I'm not one of those people at all. I understand how that happens to people, but I'm not one of those people. So then when it comes to loving my people, I did attend a school that was very big on black identity, black love, black celebration. So I got that honest, I got that young. And then as far as children, back to what?
What school?
I went to Urban Day.
Oh yeah.
I love Urban Day.
Urban Day was the bomb back in the day.
Yes.
Yes, I went to Urban Day.
That's
so so I got that young. So when I did go off into predominantly white institutions or whatever for high school and college, I wasn't swayed. They didn't. It was like nothing to me.
Self-love by the time she introduced herself to
Right.
the normal society, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yes. So for me, for Black love for children, because of my own experience, I just think it's very important to protect the innocence and the joy of Black children.
Yes.
We have to stop allowing these industries to sexualize our children. We have to stop allowing them to criminalize our children, and we have to stop doing that to our children ourselves.
Yes.
Especially
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, like
Example of that.
examples would be no shade to twerking or nothing like that, but allowing our little girls to twerk. We shouldn't be allowing our little girls to do provocative dances like that. We shouldn't and when we see our little boys in the neighborhood running around together, we shouldn't automatically think that they're up to no good. We should look at them as children.
Stigmas to our young Black men.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that. They're children and they're going to be children, and children are rambunctious and children are loud and children get into stuff and
yeah.
So and children fight and children do children things. We don't have to tie it to, oh, that's what Black kids do or that's what N-word kids do or anything like that. So those are just my thoughts, y'all. I can go back to doing my nails.
Well, those are some great points.
That's some really great points.
Right.
Okay, Mitchell.
One point that she touched on. I got an example. When my kids were in high school, they would you're talking about how they assume Black kids are up to no good. My kids went to my kids have never lived in the hood. They don't know nothing about hood living. Now they can protect themselves, but they went to a predominantly white high school. And one thing I noticed, they had the schools have a resource officer, a police officer assigned to the school. Mm-hmm. Every day after school for a week, I just happened to be off for some reason, and I was picking my boys up. Mm-hmm. You would see the Black kids grouped up, the Hispanic kids grouped up, and the white kids grouped up. This police officer would go to the Black kids, get off the campus, y'all gotta go. And he would go to the Hispanic kids and do the same thing, but he never bothered the white kids. So that the day I got tired of it, I got out of my car and said, why you always around? I said, why you don't never say nothing to them? He stuttered. I was like, nah, man. I said, you running off them. I said, they not if they can't be on the campus, they can't either.
Right.
I don't care what your position is, who you think you are, but if you're gonna do it right. you know, and that just she made me think about that when she was talking about how they think black kids. If you see two of them walking down the street, you think they up to no good. And
Yes.
I checked him. I didn't care he was a cop.
Yeah.
You know, I children in specific are just so near and dear to me, and especially black children, not just simply because I have 4 of my own and now 3 grands, but it goes far beyond that. When you think about and look at what's happening to black children today, not only are they being kidnapped and murdered and human
Abused.
trafficked, however you want to say it, but
Right, trafficking. Yeah,
right, sexually abused. There's just so much that happens to these black children, and they already have it bad simply because they are African American.
Exactly.
And
right. And it's so bad that to add to what you just said. I'm sorry to cut you off, but nobody even cares. Nobody's looking for them. Nobody's doing anything
at all. Like, one story that still sticks true to me about a completely innocent black kid that's no longer here with us today, and that's Trayvon Martin.
Oh, Trey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a kid who was doing typical black teenage boy things. He was going to the store to get some snacks and on his way back to the house. And within that exchange of him being a typical black kid, he was murdered.
See, that's where I come in again, because I kind of get a little bit, you know, we had to cry for that situation.
Yeah.
And I really got a little pissed off. Before I say that, I'm gonna say that. But Chris, she was agreeing with what Devina was saying.
Yeah.
Devina.
Yeah.
Is it Devina or Devana?
It's Devana.
See, told you. We've been having this great debate since you joined us, honey. And I've always said it's Devana, but
I thought it was
my brother.
Devina.
Hey, you answered to both, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a running joke that he has, so I just let him do it.
I'm still gonna call it Devina. But and Chris, she agrees.
Chris agrees with what everything that you said.
You were saying, yeah. But I'm gonna say this though, right here with the Trayvon Martin situation. I was really upset because for children and for certain people, I don't care who it is, for black people in general. I'm gonna say black people. I will go out for other people, but I'm going out for black people.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
With Trayvon, I was really upset because it showed a level of disdain for our own people.
Oh man.
We showed that with the Trayvon Martin situation. Nobody did anything for Trayvon, right? They made the issue wrong, right? They put on a hood. I was pissed at that. They put on the hood. Had nothing to do with the hood.
That's right.
Had nothing to do with some candy in his hand. Had nothing to do with the drink in his hand. Nothing. It had nothing to do with that. What it had to do, here he trying to talk. What it had to do with was a black male and a white Hispanic male, right? And that was the difference. And see, here's the thing with me, right? I'm not saying vengeance is mandatory, but if somebody tries with Queen Ice, I'm going to see them, right? So why did no one go?
Yes, sir.
Right. And the reason this is where I get upset from, because we seen a video this week, right? I seen it this week where some Arab type of guys was beating a guy in a store with sticks. Yeah, he did the stuff. You seen him? You seen the video? He tore up the store. I don't know if you seen it, Mr. Mitchell, but he tore up the store. I heard that he didn't.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, I'm gonna send it to you. He didn't get his money back or something to that effect, and he started wilding out in the store, right? And guys are recording it, and so a lot of about 5 or 6.
That burns me up.
Yeah. So 5 or 6 other guys, Arab guys, came into the like a JJ's or whatever it was, Big Sharks, I think it is, and they came in there and they started beating them with sticks, and the other guys are laughing, and I'm like, I'm getting a watery eye because I said I couldn't. there's no way I'm gonna be able to laugh at that.
At
You
all.
know, if you beat him for whatever he did, we'll talk about that later. But to beat him with sticks,
Multiple people.
5 or 6 of them, to beat him with sticks, and me to sit there, them other guys to sit there and laugh, right? That hurt me because I was like, man, you have to beat everybody. You have to beat the whole team.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh, when
saying?
I was coming up, you'd have had to get all of us. Ain't none of that.
And even if we were not together, you still would have had to handle everybody because there is no way I would have allowed for him to get beat in front of me, right?
No
As
way.
a black man to be like, oh yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna say, buddy, don't kill him. Buddy, don't kill him.
Right.
Listen, you're gonna have to kill everybody right here. You dig
Right.
what I'm saying? And to beat him with sticks. So if it's 6 against 1 and y'all got to beat him with sticks, they showing you the level of disrespect that they have
just because
for
he's black.
him being black.
Right.
Because there is no way you need to beat one person with sticks if it's 6 of y'all.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's a part of my spiel as far as that, like you said, with the Trayvon and so on.
Chris,
Chris
thank you
said
for
something.
joining us. Chris Bracken, or AKA Crystal Crow.
Crystal
She said, I'm
Crow.
so glad you just said that. I felt that. It should have been in that case.
Yeah, I would go hard for that, Chris. I'm gonna tell you what, nobody can, because you can't tell me that you stood by, recorded, and laughed and seeing one of my kids getting beat up on.
Yeah, that's
I don't care
terrible.
what the situation was.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
brother, me and you, I'm a few years older than you, but we came from pretty much the same era.
Uh-huh.
You know, we didn't do that. We couldn't even, man, like the city I grew up in, we couldn't even go to certain parts of town. We wouldn't be caught over there by ourselves. We would have to go in groups because if they saw us, we was gonna have to fight.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little bit different from the era we came from, and there wasn't no video recordings or nothing, you know.
Right.
And we was, and to top it all off, if the police just happened to be called, we was gonna be wrong anyway, because they was gonna believe them over us. So I see where you're coming from with that, man. That every time that happens, it pisses me off even more, man. That we as black people have come to this level, man, where this recording shit, man. That just every time I see a video of somebody recording somebody getting beat like that and not trying to at least stop it, that just man, that burns a hole in me.
You know, I feel like with modern day recording of life events, right? It's a blessing and it's a curse because things that have happened for many, many years, even before it was recorded, it was all word of mouth. You either believed it or you didn't.
Right.
Been beat by police officers for years and years and years, but hardly ever was it ever recorded. And had we not, for example, witnessed people with cell phones recording what exactly happened to George Floyd, for example, we would all assume that he resisted, that he attacked the police, because that's the narrative they wanted us to believe
I couldn't have been
happened.
there. I couldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. I could. I mean, it's that scene. See, they let me show you something real quick, right? We talking about black love, right? Black love. They showed you. They said they look what they said on the TV. I'm gonna translate what they said. They said black men ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you how they said it. Now follow me on this.
Right. They didn't say it verbally.
This is a translation. You remember the guy that was right there that was like, get off of him, bro. There was a black guy right there. Get off of him, bro. What that guy do? What do he do? What do they mention him doing for occupation? Anybody remember? You remember, Mr. Mitchell?
Was it? No, that the girl was a. Yeah.
The guy was a wrestler.
He was an MMA fighter.
MMA fighter. That's what
right.
MMA fighter won't do shit to us. That's what they were saying. Even the black MMA fighter, they kept on announcing that he was an MMA fighter. You are an MMA professionally trained fighter, right? And you are scared to back us off of him. The man had his hands in his pockets while he was on his knee. Right. That adds more force.
It does.
That adds more force down.
Oh yeah.
Center of gravity.
Yeah, your complete weight is there, right? And you can push with your hands in your pocket. as opposed to outside. And they kept on mentioning that brother was an MMA fighter. When you sitting there telling you saying even the toughest ones are too scared to get involved and save their own. That's what they said. So my translation might go deeper than what a lot of people think.
That was deep enough, but shit, yeah.
This is what they were saying. And I said I was pissed that they even mentioned this guy. Let me get his ass up out of there.
Right.
You know, use a pump. Right. Because this guy right here, you can see levels of hurt in a person.
Oh man.
So the hurt going, the pain, they go from hurt to pain to death. Right. And you can see it.
Right.
And at some point, levels of fear in between that. You know,
right.
As a Black woman, to see a Black man in fear hurt me. It hurt my soul to see that this strong, dominant Black man was in fear for his life.
This is what I'm saying. And hold up. Right. You talking about George Floyd?
Yes.
Now think about the other one was so in fear of his life, he wouldn't even go like this to the guy.
Right.
Because all you had to do was
push his ass.
You could have walked up like this and did one of these, and he would have been off. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying what would have happened to him. I'm not. You're a fighter. Fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And now here's the pissed off where I get real pissed off. Where I got pissed off at. I got pissed off because we can look back at videos from the 60s, right? What they call the civil rights era. The civil rights era never ended, right? They just switched the title to the LGBT different things, right?
Right.
But look, if you go back to video of that, you got Black women fighting with the
police officers.
I'm talking about fists.
With everything.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, and you sitting there watching them. You watching the Black men go toe to toe, only having fists against batons, German shepherds,
dogs,
guns, you know, shields, helmets, swinging at a helmet, right? It's showing who you are today compared to then.
Right.
So like now, you are too scared. You don't want to give up anything.
Right.
Any little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's for the right reason.
Yeah. Sometimes I've been in a situation, right? I heard a situation before, a few years back, where the person said, they would know it was me, right? They would know it's me. So somebody messed with you, right? And I say, well, no, I don't want to do nothing because they'll know it's me, right? Well, I was
want you to know.
Yeah, I said, I want them to know. It's
exactly.
We're gonna that part though. I want the police because I'm gonna drag you in the street, and I'm gonna call the police when I'm done. But I want the police to know that it was me that killed you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because that's the level that you got to go to. You cannot have anybody disrespecting who we are, right? Even if it's within our own.
That's right.
You got to go ahead and call that. You got to stamp it.
Right.
See, we want approval for nonsense, but we don't want approval for what's right. What's right is the law.
Man, so I've been preaching that for years, bro.
You listen. For what you love, you will go through hell.
Hell and high water
to make it right.
You ain't never lied.
To make it right. So for what you love, just keep this in y'all head, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. For what you love, you will go through hell to make it right. Right? That's the 12th letter in the alphabet. L. That's in the supreme alphabet. That's what we use as a 12th letter. Love, hell, or right. For what you love, you will go through hell to make it right. That situation will not be no bogus situation.
Absolutely
not for me. No way, no how.
When you brought up the civil rights movement and how Black women were out there right alongside these Black men, immediately my vision went towards a clip that I had seen where it was a Black women shielding Black men from the police, standing as the go-between, like, I'm not gonna let you do this to this Black man, whether I know him or not. I'm not finna sit here and watch you bash his head in with that baton. You got to hit me first.
Yeah,
we don't have enough of that.
I don't see any of it. I see a lot of loud talking and slow walking.
There it is.
Right.
Boy, you just said a mouthful.
Yeah. And so this is with everybody, right? So we got a couple groups that we talk to each other in, and on the messenger and on the text and different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you got listen to where we at, right? Now, just listen, check it out. Don't beat me up, anybody. I don't care. Check it out. So we done seen Kyrie go through a lot of stuff. Kyrie Irving, we seen him talk. He posted a picture and he went through hell,
He did.
right? And then the people that they talk to are mega millionaires, right? If they lose everything from this day going forward, the next 10 generations will be straight, right?
Right.
You got 10
Right.
generations that can come behind them. If they stop today, they'll still be straight.
Mhm.
They go talk to these buck dancing, hillbilly, boot licking,
Boy.
us off of it, but they go talk to Charles Barkley and Shaq and these type of guys, right? Listen, check this out. Here go the bad part about life. Look at life, right? I'm gonna leave it after this. Check this out. They go talk to Shaq, Charles Barkley, and all of these type of guys, and when these cats, they say that Kyrie did not face enough trouble. He should have been in more trouble, right?
Right.
And Candace Owens looks out for him.
Here go that chick.
She looks out for him.
I
She
know.
speaks
but I
up
don't
for
like
him. Hey, what kind of day are we in where Candace Owens is the one speaking up?
Right. Right.
Like this lady.
Nobody.
And she got to say, hold on, man, y'all tripping.
Y'all doing too much.
Y'all going too far. Y'all
Right.
the envelope way over there. You know what
Right.
You know, push the envelope beyond the edge of the house.
Mhm.
It's way over there. So now we got a situation where, okay, these guys we're gonna make them denounce them too. You understand what I'm saying? So the first everybody that I was talking to in the beginning of that situation had no love for themselves. Like they had no love. We got on them. I ain't gonna lie, we got on them. But I talked to a lot of guys that they was like, man, y'all, you see what that fool doing? You know what I'm saying? He trying to lose it all. Well, for what you love, you got to sacrifice.
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah.
And hold up, wait, here
Yes.
go the bad part. The one thing that ain't nobody even thinking about, right, is what he did. The man tweeted, in essence, a picture.
Yeah.
He tweeted,
Yep.
right? The tweet that I seen was a picture. He tweeted what the cover of the movie was, the documentary was, right?
Right. Right.
But when you show black love, right? Now you get kicked off.
Mhm.
Now
You
you
get
got
banned.
Yeah, you get banned, you get ostracized, you get beat up. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come back, we're gonna make you apologize.
Right.
Right?
See, the issue, the problem is
You know, I hated the Bucks.
it's-
I used to excuse me one second, Mr. Mitchell.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
You know the Bucks, right?
Mhm.
They was one of my favorite teams. I used to go to Bucks games all the time, right?
Mhm.
You know, so you got San Antonio, New Jersey Nets, and the Bucks, right? Because we here. So I'm watching the Bucks all the time back in the day. This, I'm gonna leave that out of. But this non-woman loving guy that used to play for the Bucks, right? You know, not literally, but this non-woman loving guy that used to play for the Bucks, Mr. Mitchell, you gonna dig this? He hate himself so much, he don't got no love, that he go to the store to buy a Rolex watch. They called the police on him, and he apologized.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Like him.
He apologized. He said, he told it. He said, I understand why y'all look at black people like that. How the fuck John
Ain't
Henson,
no way
when
in
he was on the
hell I
team.
would apologize or even make a statement such as that. Now I know why y'all look at black people. What?
Yep.
It's
Oh no, they would have needed, the police would have needed some backup.
Mm.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
He wound up apologizing. I stopped. That's when I stopped messing with the Bucks. I stopped messing with the Bucks when he started
No.
apologizing.
Oh, we
Mrs.
got
Williams.
Miss Williams on here,
Mrs.
y'all.
Williams.
Miss Williams, old good history teacher right there.
Yeah, Miss Williams was the that was love. That's always love. Always. I have never felt anything but black
Pure love.
from Miss
Pure love.
Williams.
Man, listen, from day one, as soon as she see a black face in the building, it's come here. I need to love
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
Come here.
I love Miss Williams. Miss Williams used to live behind. We lived across the alley from each other when I was at Custer.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah. I had no future because I had my brother went there and my sister went there, and she was
Right across
She
the
already
alley.
knew.
So
Yeah,
she knew she was one of the rare ones that could say, honestly, I knew your mama. I know your mama. Don't make me go home and tell your mama.
yeah. We love you, Miss Williams. We got
do.
black love for you. We got all
Mad
kind of
black
love for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's something else. I always think about Miss Williams and that song she drove.
That's what's
Oh,
up.
I love Miss
She
Williams.
did. Right. Oh, that was a
Mhm.
song, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, I love Miss Williams. I ain't gonna lie about that. So peace to Miss Williams for giving us a lot
right.
of love when we was in Custer
High
coming
school.
through. Yes, true Indian nation there for us.
Yeah, so bringing it back to the children, right? I feel like we really have to overvalue our Black youth. We have to emphasize to them what self-love is so that they can start to learn
That's
it
what I'm
and
saying.
appreciate it
Gotta give
early
it
on.
give it to them when they're a baby.
Early on.
Give it to them while they're in the womb if we can.
Absolutely.
Give it to them. Teach them while they're in the womb.
Yes.
Teach them while they're in the womb.
All right, Mika Michelle.
Mika.
She said, God damn, I missed it. No, you ain't missed it. We still got a couple more points to talk about. We're talking about Black love today.
Yeah.
And for you and Miss Williams who just joined us, we simply are saying that Black love encompasses more than just romantic love. We've talked about self-love. We've talked about love for your people. And we are talking now about love for our Black children.
And then next, guess what? We're going to talk about, it'll be into that romantic sphere. And then,
absolutely, Crystal. It starts with self-love.
And when you go back and watch this show, you're going to understand that too.
I ain't say your whole name. I could have said Mika Michelle Eubanks, but I didn't.
No, I don't do that.
I called you Mika Michelle.
Right. Act like we don't know who you is.
Right.
That's our people there. Walk on. Walk on.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then, you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, let's move on.
After the next point, we're going to wrap it all into one.
Right.
We're going to wrap it all into one. So, we are on the YouTube channel too for Miss Williams and Mika and Crystal.
You want to join us and speak live?
Stacy.
Terry.
Stacy Terry. I always forget her. I can't forget her face though. God damn, I can't forget her face. I got one of the faces, man. I'm gonna just leave that there though.
Hey.
But yeah, you feel me? But we on the YouTube channel as well, and we putting up points. We got bullet points up here, y'all. We got bullet points to go by too. So
bullet point number 4, when you think about Black love, you think about spousal love, significant other love, romantic love. This one is a good love. Stacy laughing at you.
She laughing at you.
Hey, Mr. Bolden, Joyous Custer family, we're in the building.
RB.
All right.
RB1.
RB1.
RB1. So we call him now.
Oh, is that what you call him now?
From today on.
RB1. You are RB1.
Yeah.
My feelings for Black love has died. Don't say that.
Hey, baby, we're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring that back.
I don't need you to say that.
Hey, Mika, we on YouTube too. Can you go into the link and get on
I would
YouTube?
really love to see you join us on our YouTube so we can side by side you in and really see and hear your point of view on why Black love has died for you. I can't imagine that, honey. You are so beautiful. Just waking up every morning, looking at yourself in the mirror, that in itself should show you that you still have love for Black love by looking at yourself. This shit sucks. Join us.
Well, we got. So we going through. Let's say like the first point was self-love.
Self-love.
Second point
was love for your people.
And the third point was about loving the children and how to do that. And the fourth point we about to speak now.
About romantic love, your spouse, your significant other.
Yeah, romantic love. Mr. Mitchell was going to give us the points on that. He going to do a spiel because he had something to say early on.
He did. And hopefully he still has it in his memory bank.
Yeah, the romantic. That's why we had kind of wanted to go to
right. That's why I said y'all go ahead and kick it off and then we'll work our way up, you know.
All right. But this here is your near and dear topic. Go ahead and speak on spouse, significant other love.
And Mika, look for the link.
Well,
you can come on over too.
Yeah, Mika, come join
us
on the YouTube channel.
This is a sensitive subject for me, so y'all gonna have to bear with me a minute.
Go ahead,
But
man. We got you.
yeah, I was married for 25 years.
That's peace. That's peace.
That first 10 years, I ain't gonna lie, I put that woman through hell.
Mm.
I did. And but for the next 15 that we were together, if you look up husband in the dictionary, you would have seen a picture of me.
Mm.
I got all that wild shit out of my system, and I did what I was supposed to do as a husband. I never neglected my family, so I was always the provider and everything. I was just not a good husband. I'm not gonna make no excuses for that. I did it, and I'm not proud of it. But when she left me, I truly didn't know nothing was wrong.
Mm.
Mm.
But the way she left, I like I said, I know why she left. She could never get past that first 10 years. So I understand why she left. But the way she left me crushed me. I went to work one day, came home to an empty house.
Mm.
I tell any woman, if you want to take a man's spirit, do that shit. Because
Who
Yeah,
did
that's
that?
I,
very beautiful.
you know, I walked in the house. I mean, house empty. I'm, I had to give her a round of applause because I was like, yeah, she did that because I didn't have a clue.
Mm.
I even bought new living room furniture and a dining room set about a month before she left. So she left with new shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, that took my spirit. But I always say I love black love. I love the concept of black love, especially, in relationships. But sometimes I had to wonder, man, if it ever loved me.
Mm.
Because fast forward about 3 years, 3.5 years or so, I meet this lady. We start going,
Mika said, "If you were rotten, what did you expect?"
Well, it's like I said, the first 10 years, I did what I did. But the second 15,
Mika,
but
I
No,
need you to come on over here to.
no, put the link in there so she can come on over there
I don't know how to put the link in there. Hold on, let me
in the
see.
comment section. Well, sorry, peace, Mr. Mitchell,
no, it's cool.
because we want her to come over here too. Hit that link, Mika, so you can come over to the YouTube channel, and we all on the screen. We can get on the screen. We got 10 people can get on the screen now.
Yeah, are you in a position where you can join us and we can see your beautiful face and hear your voice? That way, you don't have to type how you feel on the screen. Whether it be you join us on the YouTube, or I can even join you in right here on this live. I would really love to hear your perspective. Go ahead, Mr. Mitchell.
Peace.
Okay, so that happened. Fast forward about 3 years or so, I meet this lady that, I'm interested in. We get pretty tight. I'm thinking we tight. We go 6, 7 months, maybe 8 months or so. Start talking about planning, a life or whatever. So one day I'm sitting in my living room watching TV, get a knock on my door.
Mm.
I look through the peephole. I see this guy standing there looking kind of suspect. I'm like, thinking back on it now, I could have done something different and been like, hey, who is it? Or can I help you or something like that? But I see the way this guy looking. I go get my gun.
Mm.
So I open the door. He was so fast. Next thing I know, I got a knife in my stomach.
Woo.
Luckily, I was pretty fast too. I fired one shot and I hit him in the chest, barely missing his heart.
Who
So
was
next thing,
it?
he was her husband.
Mm.
He was her husband.
Okay.
He had followed her to my house on 3 different occasions.
Oh,
I didn't even know she was married.
There go Mika.
link is in the
So
thing, Mika. Keep going. Link is in the
yeah,
comment section. Keep going, Mr. Mitchell.
yeah. I never knew she was married. Man, this woman was talking about a life together, so I didn't even know she was married. And I wake up. I had to have surgery. I got a scar, about a 4-inch scar, right under my belly button right now. I wake up handcuffed to a hospital bed saying I've been charged with attempted murder.
Mm.
Hmm.
I actually went on trial, and of course I won because I'm here talking to y'all. But she never even spoke up on my behalf.
Oh wow.
Luckily, phone
Well,
records, text messages, and stuff like that helped me with my case. They put me on trial,
mm,
so that's my wife. She left me in dramatic fashion. Almost lost my life. Almost lost my freedom. Fast forward another couple of years, I meet this sick black woman. These are all black women are nothing alike. They are, I mean, total different types of women. They're not. So I mean, one and this one didn't last very long at all because she was one of them that liked to fight. She telling me stuff like, "Well, you want to put me in my place? You want me to like say stuff like, bitch, sit down somewhere, that kind of. I don't talk to women like that.
mm.
I can make my points without doing all that. So that didn't last long, but you know, right now,
We have
right
Mr.
now,
Pro who's saying, "Where y'all meeting these grown folks at?"
but
Crystal Pro,
I feel like
the link. Come on over.
I'm here.
I feel like right now that I went through all that to get to where I am right now, and I'm in a good place right now. And I got a good thing going on. I got a good situation romantically. So you know, and we have our obstacles too, but it's nothing like that kind of nonsense. But you know, but
Michelle,
I
Miss
think we can persevere through the little stuff we got. You know, but yeah, that's
Mistress, black
but
people always
it's
persevere.
it's funny though because if I had gave up and did all the stuff that because I got a lot to give, and I'm not talking about financially. I got a lot of love in my heart, and I genuinely care, and I love black people and black women.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had gave up after all that I had went through and gave all that I feel like I have to offer to a white woman, I would be the scum of the earth to black women but they wouldn't know what I had went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even physically attracted to white women. That's a non-starter. But I was just using that as an example. You
Well,
know.
that's peace. That's peace. So
Yeah.
let me ask this. And you or Chris. Matter of fact, Mika.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Mitchell is on the screen, and you see Queen Ice and Born right here. So we just saying peace to you first before we get to
Okay.
talk. We've been speaking about black love, right, and all the different aspects of it, right? So what do you consider black love? We actually gave a few definitions too, but what do you consider black love?
You asking me?
Yeah, that's why I said Mika.
Don't get smart, nigga.
Look here, look here,
Go
Mika.
smart, because I ain't cool. I'm not cool with no brothers right now,
You said
honestly.
Mika.
Oh, oh
You
no.
know, to me, black love was the examples that our parents taught us when we were kids. Some of us was fortunate enough to have a two-parent household, and others weren't. It took me to get grown to really think like, dang, out of all my friends, me and my brothers were the only ones that had a two-parent household.
Mm,
So being a young girl, you watching your mama and how she treats her dad and how she take care of the household and you know just just having a whole complete family.
mm,
To me, I thought black love was everything that my mother showed me just by the way she looked at him, the way he looked at her, the way that she cared for us. You know what I mean? We never knew nothing was going on in the house, but my parents was duking it out like a mug.
mm,
But we never felt that. They always showed us what it was to have companionship
mm,
and somewhat trust. It should have been 100% trust, but later on I found out it wasn't. But my
mm.
mother pretended very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now fast forwarding all the way to the year 2000, all of that stuff is obsolete.
Queen Pure Justice.
Nobody cares about that stuff no more. Everybody is selfish. So
Mhm.
really, today, in this day and age, I don't really have a definition of black love because I don't see it.
Mm. Mm.
It's fake.
Do you love yourself?
Of course I do.
Okay. Do you love your kids?
Yes, I do.
Do you love your
More
parents?
than myself. Yeah, I do.
So you got black love. It just depends. Like now we talking about romance. Romance is a different side, right?
Right.
And romance, as I said in the very beginning, sis, you missed it. I really hate when some people define black love as being romantic only,
Yeah.
because black love encompasses so much more. And when you
Mm.
box it in just to romance, you're doing an injustice to the complete phrase of black love. Black love encompasses self-love. And if you have that, black love has not died within you. Black love
Right.
also encompasses love for your people. Your people are your family.
Yeah.
And if you have love for
Yeah.
them, black love still hasn't died for you. And when you also think about your own children, if you have love for your black children, you still
Mhm.
believe in black love, baby girl.
Yeah. Black
Yeah.
love is always gonna be there. And if like romance is like so romance is weird. It's weird. It's a weird explanation, right? So, but within black love or love at all, romance is the first and last things to deal with, right? So, in order for you to be here, that was black love, and in order for you to bring about others, to born life to others, that's black love, right?
Yeah, but you guys got on the title spouse significant other. It doesn't talk about black love as a whole or just as in a family structure at all. I'm just going
Yeah.
by what the
Talked
title
about,
says.
we talked about three
Yeah.
previous things
Yeah,
Right. Right.
Mm,
spousal love. We talked about
yeah,
self-love being the first and foremost.
yeah,
yeah,
Secondly, we talked about love for your black people.
yeah, yeah.
And then thirdly, love for your black
Right.
children. And then spousal love being the fourth topic of the
Right. Right.
right.
Okay,
And self,
yeah.
Yeah. You came in a little late. Yeah.
yeah.
Very late.
Kendall Renee, if Queen Pure Justice, if you get a chance, come on over here. We love your input on everything we do,
Absolutely, we do.
and
Mhm.
everybody else too.
Mm.
But so you start off with the self love, right? And you move it on to your people. You start with self love, you move it on to your people, then you give it to children, other children, even if you are a child.
Yeah.
That because some children get self love and some don't, so you got to share that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then your people in general, that's one of the reasons that people we never speak it verbally, but one of the reasons that we need black teachers is so that they can see that self-love, so that they can be taught love from who understand us. Like
Mhm.
even a black person that is a disdain to our people, like Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal at this present moment,
Candace Owens.
right? And Candace Owens at times, I love her, but
Oh, you do.
but but
I can't stand her ass.
You're right.
no, she speaks some good stuff and she speaks some bad stuff. So
A whole lot more bad than good.
she's definitely a no good. I gotta leave that alone because I don't want to get kicked off. But yeah, because
How you gonna get kicked off your own show?
huh?
How you gonna get kicked off your own show?
Boy, they dog me out. I say something about Candace Owens, I'm gone. I can guarantee.
They gonna click your light off, bro.
I like that analogy. I like that.
Mika Crystal wants you to know, don't give up.
Oh
Please
no.
don't give up. She said.
You know what? Stuff is pretty fresh for me, so I'm pretty pissed off. You know what I'm saying? But
I went through a lot, man, and I'm in a good place right now. And I feel like all the shit that I went through was worth it right now. I feel because I'm in a good place right now.
So
how long did it take you to get there? That's the question.
Years.
But first, let's speak on this real quick.
Go ahead.
You about to speak, right?
No, I
But
was just about to tell Mr. Mitchell that my sister Mika is also in Texas. If ever,
Oh, okay.
if ever you want to reach out to my sister and give her some good encouraging words on Black love or whatever, at this time I feel like she needs it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
need my hands tied behind my back and my tongue tied and all that.
Nah, get it out. Get it off your chest. No, don't do that.
Nah,
Speak on it. Get it off. Don't hold that shit in.
Right? Do not.
No, listen,
That's
Mm-mm.
toxic to your soul to hold it in. You
Yeah.
can't
Right.
hold on to that hatred because a few select people have done you wrong.
exactly. Now let me speak on this real quick, right? I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask this question here. Did we, or any of us, right? Now, literally at this moment, right? Who's ever around, right? Crystal and Mika and
Stacy.
Stacy,
Uh-huh.
what's the name? Mr. Mitchell, everybody,
Queen,
Devina,
Queen Pure Justice.
Queen Fear Justice over there too, yeah. So did any was see here? This is the problem, right? Like you asked them, how long did it take, right? Did anybody ever learn how to love romantically,
Mm.
right? See, I think I'll leave it there. Did anybody learn how to love romantically?
I don't think it was anything that was taught in a
meaning what? Did somebody woo you to make you fall in love with them versus the sex? What are you asking?
I'm
Well,
asking, I'm asking, did anybody learn how to love
I
romantically?
think that that you learn by what you see growing up. Like I'm like you. I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents were together till my pop died. So
Okay.
I understand. So that was my only example. Now that bullshit I pulled in my marriage that first 10 years, that's on me. I didn't see that nowhere. That that's completely on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's. But I grew up, and I had some growing up to do because I had so many responsibilities at such a young age that once I got to a point to where my daughter was a certain age and she didn't feel like she needed me as much, I lost my damn mind. I let the streets get in me,
mm.
and I did that later when I was out there doing that silly stuff. Most of the guys who were my age had already been through that, and they was all moving on with life.
Peace. I don't break your wisdom, but at the same time, but just because you was doing it and they were moving on with life, don't mean they knew how to love.
Right.
Oh no! That's not what I was saying. I wasn't implying that. I was
Right,
just saying that they had already been through at a younger age what I was going through at my age.
right.
You know?
No, that's peace. That's
Yeah.
peace. Because, but see, for me, check this out, right? It's a matter of when we learn to love. Like as growing up, like Tina said, like Queen I said, there is no textbook that's showing us that. There
Mm-hmm.
is
Right.
really, back in our day, right? Me and Mr. Mitchell, we a little older. Um, well, we all in the same group, really. But we had like players, pimps around us. Um,
Oh yeah.
we had some fathers around us. Everybody that might have been there, nobody ever taught us actual love. Now taught. Now we seen it, right? But
Right.
like you just said, Mika, you didn't know what came with it. So like today, right? Today, we still think that negative got to go with love. Like people will tell you it's gonna be ups and downs in
It's gonna be good
relationship,
and bad.
but I'm not gonna
I
tell
mean,
you
it's
that. I don't
even part
subscribe to
of
that.
marital vows.
Right.
I would
Neither
not,
do I.
but I would not accept that.
Right.
If I was to go and get married and somebody said for better or worse, right? I'm not even accepting that type of nonsense because if we don't know or we haven't learned by now, I'm sitting there talking to Queen Ice. I'm sitting here talking to Mr. Mitchell and Mika and Queen Pure Justice and Crystal, right? And
Mhm.
Terry. I keep on calling her Terry State stuff.
Stacy Terry.
Stacy Terry. So I keep so listen, and all the everybody, miss with everybody, right? I'm talking to all these people, and I still gotta have a down in my relationship.
Mhm.
That the down never will come with my relationship. If I ever see a down about to come,
You can't say that, bro.
I can say it. I don't know what anybody
I
else can say.
mean, you can say it, but you can't speak for that wife.
I can speak for
You
her
know.
too.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. So let me
No.
ask this. Let me ask this. Let me ask
Mm-mm.
this. See, hold on, check it out. Let me ask this question though, right? What would bring about a down in a relationship?
It could be something within her that has nothing to do with you.
So is that in the relationship?
Yes,
What like what?
it could be anything.
I'm listening.
Her down doesn't have to be your down.
So then that don't
Let
make
me,
it in the relationship.
let me
Then.
let me say this. Let me say this.
You know what I'm saying?
Mo-
So
Most
when you
most
got
when you talk about ups and downs in relationships, most conflicts in relationships come from misunderstanding.
exactly.
Mm.
And the thing about it is that you cannot have once you have a misunderstanding and you have a disagreement, you can't have a race to the bottom to see who can hurt each other the worst.
Yes.
See me, if my girl come to me and say, "Baby, you hurt my feelings. I didn't. You did so and so and so. You hurt my feelings." My response is gonna be like, "Baby, I'm sorry. You know I would never intentionally hurt you." I'm not
Exactly.
gonna say, "Well, yesterday you did so and so." I'm not gonna do that because once you start doing that, that's where the race to the bottom starts.
Right.
And everybody then. That's why I say it. Communication is the key.
That's understanding and communication. That's exactly what.
Right. Right.
And if you so a lot like this is what I'm saying, Mika. A lot of times in relationships, right? In particular, when you saying that you love somebody, right? We tend to think that love comes with negative activities as well, right? And like we do preventative as opposed to we do reactive as opposed to proactive.
Right. Right.
A lot of people when they get into relationships, they start they talk, they let the talk go crazy and different stuff like that. Like Mr. Mitchell said, they race to the bottom and they react to it and try to make it better. As opposed to in the beginning when me and you talking, right? We lay that out right now. We lay it out. So
I think it's part
preventative.
of identifying that it's a misunderstanding.
Even before that is what I'm saying, though. I'm saying like okay, so like me, right? I go to the gym almost every day, right? I might go to the gym 6 days a week, right? This is not saying that I'm going to be in better shape than anybody else, right? But it's going to prevent me from going to the hospital as more than anybody else, right? Because I'm able to keep my cholesterol in check, my blood pressure,
right.
But I'm doing it preventative. If I wait until I have my high blood pressure, now I'm being reactive.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when they identify the problem, I can't argue with them and be like, well, no, man, that ain't, we got to have that because, this is why, just the way life is. Somebody going to have high blood pressure. No, that ain't the way it is. I'm going to prevent it from before it happens. You see what I'm saying? Like my family got diabetes, right? And high blood pressure, right? No, I'm not eating a lot of sugar. You dig what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Mute your mic. I'm not eating a lot of sugar. I'm not eating a lot of stuff that's going to spike my blood. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to, take all of this stuff that's going to mess me up, right? And then be like, oh, well, that's what happened. No, that's not what.
Right.
So we gonna prevent it before it happens, so we don't have to react to it.
I muted it for you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's like I say, man, it doesn't have to be conflict like that because I'm at a point in my life where getting mad is not beneficial to me. There's no, I don't know, man. There's no benefit to being mad all the time. I know people that's mad all the time. I'm like, what are you getting out of that? I don't know, man. We can have a discussion. I can talk to anybody, and I'll talk just like I'm talking right now. I won't get to cussing and yelling and screaming. I don't do all that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just
You know what though, Mr. Mitchell? Here, this is what I look at, right? And I want you to speak on it too.
Mhm.
And Mika, I want you to speak on it too. But I look at it like this, right? The person that you relating with, right, should be the person that you know the most. Before
right.
anything, if Queen Ice is my woman, right? You said no, but if Queen Ice is my woman, I know what's gonna make her mad. So what am I?
Right. Right.
I'm not gonna
Make her
make
mad,
her
not
mad.
intentionally.
Right. Exactly. That's what I said. You know, intentionally. That's why I said I would never intentionally do anything to hurt the woman I love ever.
That's what we don't want
That,
to do.
Mhm.
right. That's why I say. So, but you know, sometimes like I do comedy. So, you know, sometimes my comedy get a little
Yeah.
that way. And so, you know, get that look, you know, but like I said, if she ever comes to me and say, you hurt my feelings, you did this and it hurt my feelings, I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, baby. You know I would never intentionally hurt you. That should just end it right there.
But that's grown man business.
Right. Exactly. Well, I'm a grown man, I think.
Now you get you. Now we there. We there. Now, Mika,
Right.
now, Mika, like this, like if you dealing with anybody, right? If I'm looking at you as my sister, right, and you tell me that you're dealing with somebody that's trying to hurt you intentionally, you know, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. And not only have that conversation, I'm gonna have a conversation with you because you are too much to be hurt intentionally, and that person shouldn't be doing it. You feel me?
Mhm.
So we go lay this law down. That's the one thing we don't have. I don't have anybody that's checking me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? No, people scared to check me, Mr. Mitchell. They scared to check Mr. Mitchell, right? We don't have the people that'll be like, you know what, man, you out of order for talking
Right.
to
You
her
need to
like
calm
that.
down.
You need to
Right.
chill with that bullshit.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? And
Not
so
this day and age. You can't. No,
if,
unless
if
you
they're your
ready
guys,
to lay your life down.
if they're your guys, you should be able to
Absolutely.
tell your guys anything.
But you know, we
Yeah.
talked about this in a
Yeah.
previous piece about how and it was unrelated to romance, right? But you remember when you were walking into the gas station and you encountered these girls, right?
The girl, yeah.
And you educated them, and it wasn't disrespectful.
Mhm.
And you
Right.
didn't them. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, we as Black people, in order for us to see each other evolve and grow to the successes that we all need to be, we all have to help one another get there.
Especially when we know each other, though. When we know each other,
Mhm.
this is the biggest issue. Right?
Absolutely.
When-
When you know each other, that makes it even more significant.
Yeah, if I know, like I said, I know Mr. Mitchell, right? And this, I'm sitting here saying this my brother, right? And I can't tell him, man, you got to check
And
your.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I would only get that from my brothers in Milwaukee. And y'all know I've lived coast to coast, but
Mhm.
I can only count on my brothers in Milwaukee to speak up for me like that.
Yeah,
And that's a
Man,
shame.
I've checked guys I didn't even know
that's a shame.
because
No, that's a shame.
I've you know, well, I'm a big guy. You know, I'm 6'3", about 275, so I ain't scared of nobody. But one thing about younger guys in Texas, one thing I will say about the younger men, well, that I've encountered, is they have respect for older men.
Mm.
You know, they might be like, OG, you know, this ain't the old days. You know, I'd be like, hey man, I'm telling you, I've been there.
Mhm.
Knock it off, chill out. And they'll be like, I hear you, OG. They may not do what I said, but they'll acknowledge me as, you know, with respect. So one thing I'll say that about the young men around that I've encountered. But I don't have no problem. But like he said, I can do it with respect. I'm not gonna go to nobody I don't know. Come on, hey, you fucking up. I ain't gonna do that. You know, I get killed out here. But there's a way that you can do it.
Peace. I'm speaking in particular, like as your friends, right? I don't got a friend that would look at how I talk to him as disrespect.
Right,
If
right.
you look at if I talk to you, Mr. Mitchell, if I call you and be like, man, you a little out of order about how you handling no girl, you know what I'm saying? And you look at that as disrespectful, we don't really need to do that.
Right,
Look,
right.
let me give y'all an example of what I was just saying.
Peace.
Y'all know I was at home for my birthday in September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My big brother Robert G is a big deal down there with WMSE. He
Mm-hmm.
runs the reggae segment of MSE. We've been friends, excuse me, for I want to say 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years. If I call him and he hear just a little anything in my tone, it's on and popping.
As it should be.
It should.
This
I get that.
man, this man sat at his table on my guy's birthday, and we all had a cigar together. And he told him to his face, "This one right here, don't mess with her. She cut for you. She's always been in your corner. She's always had your back. She's went against her family for you. She's went against her kids for you. I don't want to see my sister hurt." Do you know that man sat there and lied in his face? "Oh no, I would never do that. I love her. She's the best thing I've ever had. She's the what did he say? She's the I haven't been doing anything longer than I've been doing Mika." Okay?
Mm.
And just did the total opposite of what he sat at the table and told this man. So guess what's going right now? He's in Jamaica right now. But when he come back home, he's he's gonna route himself to Dallas. So he could come back through and say again, what was that conversation we had in September?
You in Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in
Tell
Dallas.
him, tell him to holler at me.
You in Dallas, right?
Yes, Mr. Mitchell's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I live
My
in Dallas.
brother is coming. Just for the simple fact
Ooh.
that you sat there and lied in my face about how you was gonna treat my sister, and you did the opposite.
You want to tell me something? Let me tell you something right there. Peace. I'm gonna say this, Mika. You heard what I just told Mr. Mitchell when I said that's grown man business.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
see,
you finna say what I've been thinking this whole time.
yeah, well, I don't know what
Go ahead.
when you talk a grown man business, right? You put a boy
Mm-hmm.
mentally in
Mm-hmm.
front of a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
So the boy, as children do, they always gonna out back down and say, no, I didn't do that. I ain't do that. What they do, they gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
right? If they don't know better, they gonna lie, and that's where
You in
you
the
are.
hot seat, then you gonna say whatever you can to get out of it.
Because he's seen
Absolutely.
you get to see. Look, Robert G, right? I can't remember how he looked, right? But no matter if your guy was 6'8" and Robert G was 5'1", he seen a giant standing in front of him. He seen
Right.
fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it don't
Right.
matter. It's mental. I don't know your guy, so it's no disrespect to him, but he was a punk.
Disrespect his ass. I
You know
don't
what
care.
I'm saying? Now that's right.
Definitely
If
is.
somebody sit there, I would be able to pick that up. Like, yeah, oh, really?
Right.
This is that-
Right.
okay. Yeah, come on, man.
See,
Exactly.
see, I'm big on eye contact. I'm gonna look dude right in his face, and you can tell. I mean, you
That
can
was
tell a dude
kissing.
that's not. Yeah, that's what I think. I got that look, man. I give you that look. We either gonna fight or you gonna back down. Cause I'm not. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stick out for mine.
You didn't
I don't
say
care.
this is coming out of a place of love. This is coming out of brotherhood. It was none of that. It was straight like, yo, check this out. Don't do it, or I'm coming to see you. So yeah, I expect a phone call any day now, telling me he's here.
Uh-oh.
I think my brother summed it up perfectly. And what your man is everything short of a man, a grown man. He's a male, he's an adult male, but he's not a man. If he were a man, men stand on their word.
Mm-hmm.
Their word truly is their bond.
Yeah.
And there is no way that they're going to sit in another man's face and make a promise that they know they can't keep.
And talk slick. And I know I've been in that position where somebody be like, "Hey, you're gonna have to do this and do that, right?" And you know me, I'm like this. I'm like, hold on, player, I handle my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever go on in my house, that's me, right? But I stand on what I do and I stand on what I say. So it ain't gonna ever be no punk business anyway.
Maybe that Remy Martin shut his mouth up because he didn't say any of that.
I wasn't a Remy Martin.
Man,
It was
I don't get. I don't understand guys that can say they love somebody, but then do all that. I didn't understand myself when I was doing that silly shit back in the day.
Okay, I was gonna say,
So,
come on with it now.
I'm just no. I grew up.
What?
I outgrew it. But I don't understand because it's like all I think about doing right now, present day. I just want to love on my girl. I don't care, man. It's like even if it's just text messages, phone calls. Wait, when she called me, I want to love on her through the phone call. When she texts me, I want to love on her through the text. It might be something on my mind at the time, but as soon as I see that notification pop up, that shit go out the window. I be like, "Hey, baby," da, 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 da. I don't, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like everybody's felt pain in love. If you felt love, you felt pain. But at some point in time, you have to have forgiveness in your heart. Because I don't hold no grudge against nobody, even the dude that stabbed me. I don't have no ill will toward that guy because he didn't know. I didn't know nothing about this dude. I'm thinking I got a girlfriend and she got a whole husband.
Danielle.
So
Man,
I don't know, man. I'm just, I guess I've gotten older and softer, but I still knock a nigga block out. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Oh, Marlon.
Join us. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, but Mika, let me ask this, right? Without going into any detail, can you tell us 1% of what he did to hurt you? Because when you just said that you don't believe in black love and woo woo woo, in particular, I'm guessing in the romance realm, can we hear just that much? Because like I said, we don't play them games. Not much. Never mind. I see that was heavy.
It is heavy.
Yeah, we can't wait.
You can take it offline, huh? Reach out to your brother.
Yeah, we got
offline and talk about it, because I think part of your healing process is going to be letting it out.
Yep. That's
you're gonna have to heal from the damage that's being caused to you in order for you to really truly believe that romantically black love is still strong.
And a lot of times
we're talking about fucking 30 years, like almost 30 years of this shit.
Right. Yeah, that's not no little time.
Crystal said you sound like you broken and that you do need to heal. And that's coming from a woman who also is going through a lot of issues herself. Reach out to your village. I'm here. Your brother is here.
Yeah.
You got Crystal who's here. Tasha is here for you. Yeah. We're all here for you.
Mr. Mitchell right there.
Mr. Mitchell is right there in your city.
And I'll tell you right now, if you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends, I have a therapist that I've had for years, and I can recommend a therapist for you if that'll help you, if you think that'll help.
Well, I can just say it's lonely, and it's
30 years. That's heavy.
I can't really describe it. It's like I'm by myself now. I put it that way. Friends, close friends, family, siblings, all that is just, they got their back to me now.
Mm.
Mm.
They got their back to me now. Even my kids got their back to me now.
Crystal said she's welcome. She's talking to you, Mika. She said you're welcome to contact her. She knows your pain and she is a therapist.
Oh,
Okay.
Be more
That's
than
yeah.
to help
Yeah.
you out.
Hit
that's a
Crystal
thing.
up. Hit Crystal up.
I
Definitely.
know you'll never get any type of clarity or even closure. It's a lot.
Well, my closure came to my marriage. My closure came from me. Now your situation is totally different, so you can't probably can't relate. But my closure came with me accepting my responsibility in ending the marriage, and I apologized to her for everything that I had previously done. Because, like I
Okay.
said, that last 15 years, if you had looked up husband in the dictionary, I was that. But she could not get past the first part, and I understood, and I apologized to her over and over again for the creating the person that she was when she left me, and I
No.
accepted responsibility, and then I had to go to therapy too because for the first time in my life, because of the way she left me, because I'm thinking everything's going good, and she left me when the way she left me, you come on, like I said, you come onto an empty house, that'll break your spirit.
Mhm.
And for the first time in my life, I had considered suicide.
Mm.
Lord Jesus.
I mean, it
Not good.
didn't last long. That feeling didn't last long, but I did go to therapy to help me cope with. It's sort of like being an empty nester, except it wasn't children.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So I went to therapy. So ain't nothing wrong with that. You
Mm.
know, because like I said, for the first time in my life, I had considered suicide, and that, like I said, that was a something that was in passing. That's not, something that I don't think I
That's
would
a
ever.
broken person, man.
We all
Yeah.
need help. We all need some help. And like I said, most of the time, people might think you strong and be like, "Oh, she got it," or "He got it."
Shit. Not
But
all the time.
right, that's a lie, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, the strongest person
That
needs somebody to help them
that
out.
is a lie. That is
Yeah,
a
You
lie.
know, once you go from being the person that everybody depended on to be strong and to go to, and now it's like, oh man, she is angry. Like I have nothing for nobody. My tolerance is negative, negative, negative zero. I just
you know what though? To me,
no more.
we talked about that
Triggers.
last time too, where we had a discussion, and within our discussion, we talked about black women being angry, right?
Mhm.
And being angry, what do a black woman have not to be angry about? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I wouldn't expect anything else.
Right.
I wouldn't expect anything else because the world, people don't look at it, but it's like everything comes at you and your shoulders can only bear so much.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Black men too, don't get me wrong, but black women get dogged out.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Baby,
And it's all our fault. We did it. We caused it.
No, you didn't.
that's
Like,
No,
no,
you did not.
no, no, I didn't. You're mad because I got on your ass, and so now I'm the bad one.
see a lot of people
No.
don't like to look at that mirror.
Mhm.
That you showed them the mirror, and when you put that mirror in his face, you know,
They don't
yeah,
like what they
that's
see.
no, a lot of people don't like to look in the mirror. They go right
Mhm.
past the mirror because they see the monster when you show them in the mirror. You show them the mirror.
Mhm.
And some people don't have no mirrors in their house.
That's the reason. That's the
For that
reason.
reason, right?
That's the
It's got
reason.
no
Boy,
mirror.
Reason.
I wouldn't be where I am right now if I hadn't looked in the mirror. I would still
No
be blaming
accountability
other
at all.
people. Right. I would still be blaming other people and telling, oh, I was done wrong. I'd still be preaching that shit if I hadn't looked in the mirror.
Mm.
And I had a long look in the mirror,
Yeah.
full length mirror.
Well,
Shit.
think about it like this. This is how I'm trying to figure it in my mind. Because I'm a Virgo. I think about shit till I can't think about it no more.
Mhm.
I
Right.
remember shit from 25, 30 years ago.
It's
Mhm.
hard
verbatim.
to let go of, especially when we feel like we've been done wrong. You know, I'm
But
a Virgo, so
here's the thing for me though. What if we talked about the two-parent households and things of that nature, right? So you got two people that had a two-parent household, but one of them got absolutely no love from either parent, especially the mother. So then you come and you drag all this mess and what do you call it, baggage into your relationships.
Definitely, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So then the party that doesn't have mama and daddy issues is now the person that's being blamed for everything.
Hmm.
You know, you're negative, you're this, you're that, and whatever. But really, it's like, it's you. It's you. You don't know how to love. You've never been loved on. It's a lot of stuff that's broken inside, but then you mask it by having this big, huge ass ego that can't nobody stand.
Yeah.
What you do with that shit?
at some point you have to realize that that's
That you're not the problem.
exactly that you're not the problem, and at some point you have to be the bigger person. The person who's not the problem should not be bearing the brunt of the relationship.
Hmm.
That exactly.
And you got, like you said, 30 years in, it's, you can't tell somebody just to walk away in 30 years.
Right.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's no. You can't do that.
30 is, I mean, like that's your entire life.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? In that realm, right? In that
It is.
My
relationship realm.
oldest son is
Yeah.
29.
See what I'm
He's
saying?
29. He's got 4 children of his own.
Yeah.
And here I am thinking I'm the perfect example of what parents should be in marriage and this, that, and the third. And they looking at us like y'all toxic as hell. I
Right.
don't want nothing to do with that shit. That's like I
Yeah.
don't want to be that.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what Mr. Mitchell said, and Queen Ice said, and uh, um,
Crystal.
Crystal, what she said about being able to talk to people, because talking to people, like I like being on here every Thursday, today Saturday or Wednesday or whatever we doing, right? Because it's a part of therapy, right?
It
Because
is.
I know if I say some off the wall stuff, Mr. Mitchell gonna check me, and Queen Ice gonna check me, and
Right.
Marlo gonna check me, and Crystal gonna
Mhm.
check me. You gonna check me. I know the people that I'm talking to, they ain't got a problem with putting me in my place.
Mhm.
You see
Is
what
Marlo on here?
She is. She's on our
She's on the other
live
one.
on the Custer page.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
trying to
See.
get
Uh,
people to transfer
Right.
over and stuff.
Big
And
sis is coming. I know she is. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
no, that's all good. That's all good. We
I don't care. I've always
need
worn
that.
my heart on my sleeve.
You
I
see
ain't
this?
tripping. I don't care.
Yeah, you see
Man,
what
I was glad for this subject today because I had, like I said, man, I spilled my story, man, and it's helped me even more because you know how can I say? Sometimes, man, you just have to put it out there, you know. And I've been in therapy and everything, but it's different talking to a therapist because you get different kind of feedback from a therapist. They talk to you from a therapist point of view. They
Right.
don't talk to you man to man, man to woman, woman to
Real
woman.
life shit. They talk to you
Right,
based on a book.
Right.
right. And see, so yeah, this helped me because it was like, man, I was kind of in my feelings when it didn't happen the day it was supposed to. I was like, man, what the hell? I had some shit to say, but I'm glad. And I'm glad we did it on. I'm actually glad we did it on Saturday because I could be here. Because I would have been gone by now. I'd have been at work if it was through the week.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry to jump y'all off your subjects. I know you
Oh
had.
no, this fits right
Oh
in
no.
that.
Let me
And
show.
let me first read a comment from Crystal. She wanted to clarify something. So she's not a licensed
Therapist.
therapist, but she says she's a therapist of the fucked over, but we still here club. She said, "Come on and join her."
She got a group.
That's right.
Let's start a group.
Hey, don't laugh. Do it.
Yes.
Yeah, right, right.
Sisters that want to talk. You know, everybody following this LaTruth story.
Yeah.
You know, LaTruth and his wife and everything like that.
Yeah.
It really is not funny. You know.
Yeah.
They put us in their business by, you know, him doing his music and her clothing line and this, that, and the other, and it just got deep.
Yeah.
So now these people is really broken. They messed
Her more
up.
than him. Her more than him.
Yeah. And we all just sit here watching. But who is really advising these people and trying to help them out, whether they're gonna be with each other or not? There's children involved.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't
You
nobody
know,
don't nobody help in that situation because everybody look at it like it's entertainment,
Right.
right? And
right.
that's why I always say, you know, sometimes we gotta leave that part alone.
Right. You got to
And
separate
Right.
the two
yeah,
for the time being.
yeah. So if it's nobody ever on this on the lives, we still gonna talk about it because
Mhm.
even if it ain't nobody here, we gonna hear ourselves talk and we
Mhm.
gonna get
Right.
some therapy
Right.
out
Or
of it.
somebody might run across your video and it could be very helpful to them. They never knew nothing about, you know, the live crew. They ain't know nothing about it.
That's
But
right.
it's like, dang, I'm thumbing through. Oh, look at this, look interested, and then boom.
So let me ask you this, Mika. This is where we started at. We started
Mm.
off like in the Black love situation. We talked about self-love, right? What do you look at as self-love when you're concerned, where you're concerned? Because that's where it got
I've always been selfless. I'm just learning at 49 years old to really, truly, really be deep in love with Tamika.
Mm.
You understand me?
yeah, yeah,
49 years old. I'm just now. Y'all see, I cut them dreads off after 17 years.
yeah,
That hair was holding me down. It was just nothing but bondage.
Mm.
My hair wasn't locked for fashion or trying to be cool or because I love Jamaica and Jamaicans and the whole culture. I had to, no, it wasn't about that for me.
Mhm.
So I cut them off and they gone now. But people are mad at me because I'm taking my life back.
People
Well,
should
let them be mad.
Somebody that
your
has
life.
lived a
Maybe-
selfless life their whole life.
Okay, so you said people are mad at you, right? For taking-
Yeah.
But what about you? What are you thinking about yourself?
Right.
I'm
Right.
too proud of myself. I'm beating myself up more than
No,
anybody.
You should
no.
be.
What you being yourself?
No.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
self-love, baby. This is the
Nah.
self-love. This is the beginning of it. You gotta love yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't show love and confidence for yourself, ain't nobody gonna show love for you.
Mhm.
Everybody gonna look at you sideways.
Right.
You gotta show love for yourself. You know, we ain't gonna let you sit here and say, "No, you beating yourself up." That's not
Nah. Mm-mm.
no.
Really?
You know
No.
better than that. We are not gonna let you sit here and say
Nah.
you beating yourself up.
I don't even know you, and I can't get with that.
No, we not.
We can't do that.
You gonna show
Not the Mika that I know.
real talk. You gonna show
She
love.
gone, sis.
No,
I don't
she
know where she at.
can't.
No, man.
Don't even tell me that. She's still
Yeah,
there.
she buried.
She's
Yeah,
buried, but
Mm-mm.
she's
she's
not gone.
buried.
No, the
Yeah,
meat that was
she's
with the
buried.
guy that was causing the havoc, that was wreaking the havoc, is out of there. But the
Mhm.
Mika that we know that love herself is right there. And you ain't gonna beat yourself up. We ain't gonna have that. We ain't gonna have you sit
I
there.
won't allow it.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So if we
Yeah,
gotta be
on the Late Late Show. Shit.
huh?
I said y'all on the Late Late Show.
No, we
I
can't be doing
better
that.
late than never.
Better late than never. All day.
Better late than never.
Real talk.
You know, I look at bro. I know he probably ain't on here and stuff, but I was thinking about Romero and his wife.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Those of us that know him and know them know that they've been through
A lot.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're not afraid to talk about it no more.
Mhm.
It's some type of healing in them being vulnerable and letting their guards down, not exactly telling us what happened. You know what I mean? Some of us seen it and it wasn't cute, but we still held them together silently and let them figure their stuff out. They done wrote
Right.
a book and they freely talking about it. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that they was able to come into us, come back to our fold and say, look, I'm vulnerable. My hands are down. My hands are up, they down, they behind my back. I'm good. I don't want nothing. I just want to help somebody else. That's all I wish I could have gotten when I was reaching out and telling people this and that. But when you do that, it's bad business because they hold it against you. And that's why I'm
Mhm.
struggling by myself because I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to give no details or nothing because what is anybody gonna do with it but just say, "Oh, that's too bad." Nah, I don't want to hear that. That's just almost like saying, "I told you so."
Right. So that's why I was saying a therapist, because a lot of times when you talk to people, they're not listening to help you. They're listening to talk about you. So,
Exactly.
that's why I was saying, maybe you should talk to a professional, because everybody's not righteous, man. And I'm telling you from
Exactly.
experience. I'm telling you from experience. Um, I done
Yeah.
knocked many a teeth out behind dudes that I told stuff in confidence.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna keep it 100. I done broke, I done broke my hands because if I tell you something, one thing about me is I people just tell me stuff just cause, and I don't repeat nothing because that's not my place to tell. If they want to tell somebody, that's their business. But
Mhm.
I don't gossip. I don't talk about people. I will not say nothing to none of y'all about anybody that I won't tell them.
Yes.
I don't like that kind of stuff. That and can't nobody come to me and say, "Hey man, I heard." Because my first thing gonna be like, "Who told you?" If you can't tell me who told you, I don't want to hear it. Can't nobody come to me about can't nobody come to me about my girl saying, "Hey man," can I be like, "Hold on,
Or if it's not
hey,
coming out of
hey
a
baby,"
place of love, you
you
don't
know,
want to hear it. Like I
Right.
right,
can sit and talk with Queen and tell her that Tasha is in a bad way. Is this is going on, that's going on, or whatever. And me and her just sit there and chop it up and hang up the phone. Then we didn't do nothing but gossip.
That's it.
Right.
We didn't try to figure
right,
out a way to help our friend or help our sister or call her up on the three-way and say, hey, look, we talking about you.
Right.
exactly. What can we do to help?
What can we do to help you? I was that person. I was that person. But right now I've put myself into a shell and I closed it. I closed all the doors, all the windows. There's no access to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just done. I'm done.
Mr.
I
Mitchell,
really am.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
I said, yeah, I was saying, Mr. Mitchell said, like, don't be done. Because Mr. Mitchell said he knows a therapist down there and,
Oh
and
yeah, I could
honestly,
recommend.
God,
Yeah,
When I
clearly,
say I'm done, I mean the people that I thought was my people,
I know.
they
So,
not.
So now you got to
mm,
find a different way to utilize an outlet, and maybe a therapist is it
yeah.
for you.
And to get
That's
back on,
probably, and I don't know if you sought a therapist in the past, but sometimes you cannot continue to reach out or do the same thing and get the same. You're going to get the same result.
mm-hmm,
So by reaching out to people that you know from
Um,
experience that you're getting back that energy you never wanted to begin with. That's why you closed yourself off. Now you got to think about doing something different. You got to do something different in order to see potentially a change.
And you got to do for you.
Putting you first.
You.
This stuff here is just about 3 weeks old, y'all. It's very fresh.
Right. Oh, well, yeah, you said it was fresh, but I didn't know it was that fresh.
My fist balled up like a motherfucker right now, for real. I'm like really, really mad. Mostly at myself. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's stages to it. There's stages to what you're going through. But I promise you this, you will get through it. Even on the days when you feel like you won't, just keep pushing forward.
Right.
When it feel like somebody pulling you back, keep pushing forward. I'm telling you, just don't give up. I'm not going to sit there and say it's going to be easy, but don't give up.
Right.
I'm not. I'm just giving people 10,000 feet. That's all.
That's right. Keep them at
Yeah.
We got Divana who wants to join us and add a little 2 cents. Come on, Divana Rogers.
Hey, Divana.
I just wanted to say, Mika, you gotta talk about it. You have to.
I can't.
You holding it. Like, do you ever seen that picture where the hand is holding so tight to that fucking rope and it won't let go and it doesn't realize it's just hurting itself? You're putting rope burn on yourself. You hurting yourself. I was the same way. I'm younger than you, but I was the same way for so many years. And I didn't realize I was bleeding on people. I didn't want people expressing pain to me because I didn't believe in expressing pain myself. And I was bleeding on other people. And I didn't even realize that until I started to release it myself. And I'm like, damn, I've been bleeding on y'all. And I don't want you to bleed on the people in your life. You got to release it. You have to. Not here, not now, not on YouTube.
I mean, even if I felt like it, I would, because I'm not ashamed of nothing. I just don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really fucking mad, to say the least. But I don't want to talk to nobody, man. I don't want to talk, especially folks around me. I'm cool. I mean, really. Don't offer me advice now. That shit should have came a long time ago. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, that's what we all.
It seems like you're at a place of defeat, is what I'm feeling from you.
Yeah.
And the only way to defeat is you got to look within. You got to start to find that glimmer of yourself that you buried and tap into that. Because like I said, I know the Mika from back in the day, and she was the strongest person I knew. Fought everybody's battles. When I tell y'all everybody's battles. The smallest person in our group of people, without Mika standing up and saying, hold on, this is not going down this way. And I feel like I'm that small person in your life that's stepping up for you. But baby girl, I'm still there.
Little Penny Russell.
You gotta tap into that. You gotta tap into that and bring it out.
She's so very angry, sis, and broken and just all kind of shit.
But see, it's just like you said yourself a minute ago. You said that nobody knows you like you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Nobody knows you like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
See, right now what you're doing is you're being tolerant. You're tolerating what you're going through.
Right. And she's defeating herself.
Right. That's what I say. You're exactly. See, you're tolerating it. But you're going to overcome it. You get to a point, it's like I said, you said 3 weeks. So it's really, really fresh. And I give you another 3 weeks, and then you'll start going, you know what? F this. Let's go.
Right.
And you'll get, that's why I said it'll come back. But it's like the reason I explained my situation the way I did was because it wasn't just one setback. I done got stabbed, arrested. It was like, but I never once felt like I wouldn't get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was on trial, I didn't. I sat in that courtroom with my head up, thinking, you know what? These people stupid.
Right.
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 That's the way I felt sitting there. I was more mad than anything that I was having to go through that and pay that damn lawyer all that money for some stuff, man. It was in black and white. It wasn't even the case. But I never once felt like I wouldn't get through none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I always believed that it was something better on the other side. And now I'm at a point in my life where everything,
It's falling into place.
man, boom, 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 like dominoes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm loving life.
That's great.
You know what else, Mika? Like, and I don't want to just keep on harping on you, but when you talking about like all the people in your life, they wasn't there and different stuff like that. You like you said, you like Crystal said, come join her, talk to her, give her a call, whatever, because she went through the same things or some of the same type of things, and we all did, right? Because I think quite a few of us might have been married and divorced.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it might not be as deep, but it might be deep, right? But don't be afraid to create a new team. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to leave
At
the old,
all.
create the new team. And when
People
you,
disappoint me so much, bro. I'm cool with it all. Really,
yeah,
I'm a
but
hermit, anyways.
life is gonna keep going. So you gotta create that new, like Crystal is like the coach just told you, come on, talk to me, right? And we all, you can talk to us at any time. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And like
Yeah.
you got a new friend there, Mr. Mitchell and
I'm gonna
Devin.
text your number that I got saved in my phone just to make sure your number ain't changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Oh
yeah,
my God, my number been the same for 18 years, sis.
I know I got you. I got you locked in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna reach out to you.
yeah. Somebody need to do something
yeah. So
for real.
I suggest that you and
What
Crystal.
part of what part of Dallas you live in?
Oh,
I'm in Farmers Branch.
Oh, Farmers Branch. Okay, yeah, you ain't that far.
Mm-hmm. Where you at?
I live in Garland.
Oh yeah, on the other side. My office is in Garland.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. But I work in Fort Worth, so
Oh my God, Funky Town.
yeah.
Funky Town. I was
Yeah.
forbid to go over there. I think I'm gonna have to go see what's popping.
Right. Open up some new doors. What's
I've
popping
been
inside
I've
of
been banned from Fort Worth.
I'm so mad. Oh,
Nah, you're gonna be all right.
I just met this lady off of it's a group that they created called Gems. And so I met a couple of them out a few times. We went out, had some drinks. We did the Dallas Green Bay Packer game out in Mesquite. No,
Mesquite, yeah.
is it Mesquite?
I live right next to Mesquite, yeah.
Anyway, it's one of our hometown guys that bought a bar down here. And no, it's Grand Prairie. It's
Grand
called
Prairie, okay.
everybody that live in Dallas that are transplants from Milwaukee go to this big fucking game. I mean, it's live. I met some girls in there. We've been cooling, talking to each other, different stuff like that. So then here comes the one lady. She's younger than me. I think she's 46. And she's like, yeah, you got to come to the swing out parties and you gonna meet you a man in there and this and that. And I'm like, girl, I don't know about that. She like, well, the pastor, he got lots of friends. And I'm like, what pastor? She's like, that's my boyfriend. I said, your boyfriend? I said, oh shit. I said, how old are these people? Oh, they in their 60, 65, 69. I said, what? Girl, bye.
Wait, hold on now. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't want nothing. I said, I don't like nothing old with my money. You got me, girl, bye. Just because this shit here didn't work out does not mean I gotta go knocking down no old man's door for nothing. Understand me? Like, oh shit, it ain't that bad.
Hey, wait,
No.
hold on.
uh-oh, you about to have my brother get on you now, Meek.
Well,
Yeah.
get on me then, cause I'm telling you the truth now. 69.
When I
No,
get
my nigga.
5 to 69, I'm gonna what they call now, zaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a zaddy to the to the 48-year-old. Let me get a 45 there. Come
Go
on.
ahead. If she can sit there and rub your feet and sit in the rocking chair next to you and wait for you to want something. Baby, don't you want some
That's
ice
cool.
cream? No, nigga, I don't want no ice cream.
That's
I
Yeah,
don't
cool.
I want some.
Hey, I don't need nothing.
Fuck that.
Hey, she go, yeah, I'm waiting for her to ask me what I want. 60,
Hell no.
65, we gonna be getting it on.
I don't think so. Nope.
45-year-old.
Wow.
Or he gonna be telling you, baby, we gotta stop at the gas station before we get home. Like what?
Get one of
No,
them.
bro. No, the little red pill or the blue pill. No, thank you.
Ain't nothing wrong with Phil
Nah, nah, bro. Nah,
no joke
nah.
though. Hey, don't. I'm gonna tell you for the future of me, do not sleep on the 65s because when I'm 65, if I'm single, yeah, I don't want nothing that's over 40.
Man,
Wow.
but you're 65. What the hell?
Yeah, that's love.
I can't do it.
I can't. Shit.
I'm too damn young and immature, man. Man, as soon as I hit 50, 30-some-year-olds start flying out the woodwork. I gave it a shot, man, and this girl was so dumb. I was like, you know what? No, I had to go on back up there to around my age. I had to go up there to my age range.
He said
Hey, I have
Yeah.
no disrespect to any women whatsoever, but to this day, I have not been in a strip club with a 50-year-old.
I got 23-year-olds on my line, 25, 29,
Cool girl.
33, 33.
Hey, Tina, she better.
No, ain't no cougar over here. Them niggas is my kids' age. What I look like? What you gonna go play video games with my son? Then come get in the bed when you finish?
Hey,
I don't
that,
think so.
that might be the change in your life you need, baby girl.
No, baby, no.
it ain't.
No.
Hey, that,
I think that's a lot of my problem too, is because my daughter's 39. So, I'm 56 and my daughter's 39, and
for a stroll.
I think that's playing on my mental. Because I was like, I'd be looking at him crazy. What? Man, get your dumb ass out of it. But no, I ain't gonna.
no. That's like that's not your kid's fault that they older than the person that you decide to have relations with.
Oh no, that's not their fault. That's my fault because I had a baby young.
Look here, bro. It's different for men. It's different for men.
It is different.
No,
He can have a 30-something-year-old.
That's why
He can have a woman the same age as his daughter. But if I come up and through here with a 29
yeah.
You
or
know,
a 20, I got a 22, a 26, and a 29, and they just simply would not have it. It would be a
I'm
whole
have a
problem.
wife too.
all of my children over 30. So
I think that's the story about having adult kids is, hey, you got to understand, mama need a life. I need my own life.
Hell yeah. That's why.
And if I found it in the comforts of a 29-year-old, that's so be it.
Stella,
No. What they think is mama lived her life. I'm 49, so my life is done. Now I can get grandkids. I can go pick up kids from school, take them to their recitals. And I said, no.
no, that's why the nest is empty, so that you can invite who you want into the nest. You know what I'm saying?
And
They
just
got
think,
their own
just
nest
think,
now.
the company you inviting in is just company. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Girl, the way I throw it down in the kitchen, you know a nigga ain't gonna be trying to leave here. Look at me. What?
Girl.
Yeah,
Did y'all see that video that that man said, you made this? You fried this chicken?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
made this cornbread from scratch?
Right.
We get married. We get married. Don't even worry about it, baby. I'm gonna stay in the house. I ain't going nowhere else.
Right.
yeah.
Well, if you don't get your ass out of here,
Hey, listen, fun got to come where it come from.
Right.
It got to come to you by way of any means necessary. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with my brother on that
If
one.
you ain't
now.
being disrespectful to nobody, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to not mess with a 30-year-old. If I see a 30-year-old, we
Y'all
jamming.
vibing, right?
Yeah, it's going. If she 30 or she 46, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with her.
It's
So,
gonna be a jock moment.
you can say that. Okay,
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
be-
I
Yeah, but see, your aspirations are different than mine, though, brother.
yeah, 'cause
bro.
I want a wife. I want a wife.
Your daughter
Yeah,
is
no.
not having it.
I
Your
also,
daughter is gonna give her ass the blues until she chase her out the door.
hey, I also know some 60-year-old women, right? That are gorgeous,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And
I hope to be gorgeous at 60.
you're gonna be gorgeous at 90.
I
Stop
hope.
it. You
I-
know what I'm
Right, right.
really
I
hope.
agree with you on that one, brother.
Yeah, Chris Mesper, what's going on? Ken, I seen you.
Ken Coleman.
Yeah, that's cool. Though.
Carolyn
You got
Bizzo.
to do that though. And sometimes like it ain't nobody else that I don't care what anybody say about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at a point, like right now, I'm 50, right? And somebody might look at me having a 46-year-old and being like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
Having a 35-year-old, like, what are you doing? You know, having a 60-year-old, like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
You know, but what I'm doing is minding my business.
Exactly.
Fuck
You
around,
fuck
and
around and find out.
Yeah. Really gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do what we got to do to make ourselves happy, because that's what I call self-love. Do our thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean?
That's hard to learn to do if you haven't been doing that. It's hard to do that.
It
Yeah.
absolutely is hard, and it's going to take effort and concentration and patience with yourself. But you can get there.
It takes
It can happen.
it takes a lot.
Patience is the big word in that sentence. Patience.
Patience.
Because I have to check myself right now. Because man, I want to roll at 100 miles an hour. I got a hand in my chest going. Hold on, brother.
Like Mr. say, he's looking to get married. Right? That's what he said. He's looking to get married.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, hey, look, let's do this tomorrow. Huh?
Aren't you committed now, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, I am, but we're not married.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I want to marry her though. I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah.
But it's like I say, right now I'm trying to go 100 miles an hour. She like, hold on, brother.
Let me ask you this: when you first started dating your lady, what kind of conversations did y'all have? What did you tell her about yourself?
Well, what I did is basically the icebreaker for me was we met on February the 6th. We had casual conversation, basically the basic stuff about family, children, grandchildren, because we're both grandparents, you know, stuff like that. But the major icebreaker for me was, you know, Valentine's Day was coming up. And although, you know, we had just met, I didn't feel comfortable asking her for her address. So I said, hey, hey, what's your Cash App? I want to buy you dinner for Valentine's Day. You know, and yes, I did.
My brother said, I'm stealing that idea.
Yeah, and I did it. And that was the icebreaker, and everything And up to that point, it had just been casual conversation about, generic stuff, and
Oh, Mr. Mitchell, you know
yes.
where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Did you tell her the bad stuff, the past stuff? Were you transparent about who you were and who you are today?
Absolutely.
You
Mm.
did.
Absolutely. I did.
How important
Mhm.
do you think it was for you to share that?
Very important. It's very important. I'm an open book. I don't have anything to hide. We've
Well,
had
maybe
this
you shouldn't
conversation.
tell her all that bad stuff.
I told her about I told her about the way I was in my marriage. I told her about me getting stabbed and all that shit. I told her everything. I don't have
Mhm.
anything to hide. I am not proud of some of the stuff I've done, but I did it.
Yeah,
Daryl did that.
but do
I
you
did that.
think that that's why she pumping her brakes and ain't ready to run to the altar?
Could be. If it is, she she hasn't told me that. If that has something to do with it,
Right.
that hasn't been expressed to me. So,
Okay.
Maybe
I am not that person. I have not been that person in a long time.
Right.
Mika,
So, it's
you
Huh?
said that he shouldn't say that much in the beginning. Is that what you're saying?
I think when you talk too much about your past, you're putting a perception in that person's mind, or
Mm.
the person you could be presenting to this person could be a lie. You can still be that person that you were in the past. But in
well,
order for you to get what you want, then you're not going to tell all that bad stuff. You're going to keep it.
okay. The thing about it is that my woman doesn't live here. You see what I'm saying? So
Looking
the
like
thing is, you have to develop a trust. If you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship. You have to develop a trust, and part of that trust is transparency. And for me, a lot of it is access. She can call me anytime she wants to, whether it's on the telephone, video, whatever. I will answer the phone. I don't care if I'm asleep. I work at night and I sleep during the day. If she calls me while I'm sleeping, I will answer the phone because that, with us not being in the same city, that creates a trust that she knows what I'm doing and where I'm at. When I go to work, I text her, "Hey, baby, I'm headed to work." Or I'll send her a video. When I get off work, "Hey, baby, I'm headed home." That's the kind of stuff that I do to develop a trust.
I
But
like it.
Because
what?
if you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship.
Is she in the country?
Yes, yes.
I don't like that.
Why you don't like that? I love that. I'm
I
still
don't like it.
I love that.
I'm stealing all that. All that's mine now. All that's mine. Hey, he
But see,
went too, right?
that's the kind of stuff that I do because I want to develop a trust. I gotta have that trust. I want her to trust me,
But you said
like I trust her.
you said that she should automatically trust it.
No,
All
no,
you
no,
have
no.
to
Well, the
Mika,
thing about me, let me say this, and then I'll let you talk. Okay.
oh,
When me and her first met, I had been through some shit too, but she did not do that to me.
mm,
So I trust her. I trust off the top. I don't. You don't have to. Um, you don't have to build your trust with me. I'm going to trust you first. You have to do something for me not to trust you
mm-hmm.
because all that shit that I went through didn't have nothing to do with her. She didn't do that to me.
Right.
Her husband didn't stab me. I wasn't on trial for shooting her husband. None of that other stuff that I went through in my past. She did not do that to me. So she had my trust automatically until she does something not to. So that's the difference between me and a lot of people. You have
Okay.
my trust until you do something not to. And I would like to think that I have her trust because, like I said, I'm available 24/7 for her. And I got a lot going on. And if I'm in a meeting or something, and she called, I'm going to excuse myself from that meeting. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, baby? I'm in the meeting. Can I call you back or whatever?
What he putting down,
I'm
bro?
just,
I got a shovel around. I got a shovel around. I got a shovel around here picking all that shit up. Let me get that. Let me get
Are you
that.
hey,
taking
brother,
notes, bro?
Yeah.
it's for the taking. Hey, man, that's just me.
No, I'm
That is Daryl.
I'm messing
You
with you.
know,
I love it though. I love it that because see, here's the thing, right? I understand where he coming from, right, Mika? And this is the real deal. Like I said before, you dealing with grown man business here now. I'm a grown man, Mr. Mitchell, a grown man, right? When you older, when you grown and you know how to deal with women, you know how to deal with yourself. You don't leave nothing. Nothing don't got to be off the table. I could tell a woman if I'm dealing with Queen Ice, I can tell her everything about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear that she gonna use that and put her foot on it and stomp it and stuff like that. She gonna hold that with concern and warmth. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna let me down.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna let her down. But this grown man business. So what he said, when you got somebody that's willing to lay it all out there, you know, you got somebody that you can really trust. You know what I'm saying? Because you can use that and hurt him. And he not worried about that because he know that you that type of woman that's gonna be like, all right, baby, I got you. Don't even worry about all that nonsense.
And
but
that's
that
about being selective on who you choose to walk that journey with.
And you got to make sure, see the first thing, remember we talked about like preventative, right? So my preventative is trying to give you understanding. And that's what I'm hearing from Mr. Mitchell, giving that understanding to a person, because that's why he communicating so well, so that you can have a clear picture of what he's talking about. You see what I'm saying? And then when you got that clear picture, you can't be like, oh, that's bogus. Because there ain't nothing bogus on the program. You know what I'm saying? The cats that's hiding it behind their back, you know what I'm saying? Throwing this bullshit out there and then hide their hand behind their back. That's the bogus.
Right. And see, and think of it like this. Think if I had been giving it to her piecemeal, then I say one thing one time, then I'm all lovey-dovey. Then I say break it off a little bit more. She'll be going, wait a minute, what the hell else are you gonna say? What the hell else is there? So I just rather throw it all. I throw it all out there in the beginning and let her decide if I'm the type of person she thinks she wants to deal with. And if if anything,
that's where I was driving.
If it's anything that I said that's holding her back, then I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
So, let me choose
exactly
with you. Exactly. That's where I was going.
Yeah, that's why I put everything on the table.
I fucks with you.
I appreciate that.
Hey, you know that's me and Mike shit right there. When I
fuck with you.
Yes, man. I mean, I'm telling. I mean, and everything I'm telling y'all is I just keep it a buck. You know, I'm 50. Like I said, I'm 56. I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't got nothing to lie about. Shoot, y'all. The brother Don don't like when I say this, but y'all in my bedroom right now. I ain't got shit to hide.
No, they are.
You can look at these walls behind me. It ain't not a one picture nowhere. You know, don't no woman live here. It ain't a one picture or nothing on the wall.
Look, when I get through with this drink, all I gotta do is slide down and pull the cover up.
Right. That's what I'm talking about, man. Nah, man. Because to me, transparency is I have to be open and honest at first, because I did have a lot of shit going on with me, and if that's something that was definitely something that a woman who's not mature can't handle, you know, because she'll be like, man, look at how, you know. So if my past can keep a woman from messing with me, that probably wasn't the woman for me in the first place.
Hey, you know what though, Mr. Mitchell, too? What he's saying is that, you know, understanding come with maturity, Meek, and anybody. Understanding come with maturity. And even if like a person could be 14, right? When they develop a higher understanding, they get mature. You know what I'm saying? Because they're able to see stuff better. They be able to see what's going on. Like we always say, we done said it many a times on here. We talk to people and we'll say stuff to them like, can't you see what I'm saying? Nobody on the planet could see words coming out your mouth, right? But they can see what you're saying.
Right.
They can
Visualize.
get the understanding out that third eye, right? So they can see it. They can make sure that everything that you saying is comprehended, right? Through the communication that you just gave out. And that's where we at. That's what Mr. Mitchell is on right now. Like he got his lady in another city, right? That means, you know, she got understanding. He got understanding. And when he say throw the videos out there and, you know, baby, I'm over here, woo, woo, whatever the case is, right? That's good communication. You know,
every time I move, I do that.
Yeah.
Every time I move.
Every time you move.
I send out pictures of me every Saturday when I get my hair cut.
Yeah. Hold on.
You know,
Hey, I'm gonna X that one.
I don't have any hair, but I get my hair shaved and I get my beard trimmed every Saturday. And my yeah. But yeah, I you know, if I go like, I was actually tonight I was supposed to go downtown and I was gonna get dressed and go downtown and take some pictures with the Christmas decorations. I do that every year. And but it's been raining, so I canceled that. But yeah, I always go down there because downtown Dallas has some of the best Christmas stuff you'll probably ever see in a bunch of cities. But yeah, but if I had left, I'd have been like, baby, I'm finna go downtown and take these pictures, and then she would have been bombarded with a bunch of pictures before I got home. So, you know, that's just because, well,
check yourself. Check yourself. Check yourself, homie. Hey,
but see, it's like,
nigga, you gotta take notes. Check yourself. Just send the pictures, man.
Well,
damn pictures.
when we started, you know, when we started talking and as you know, talks about being together and stuff like that, marriage and stuff started to progress, I started to act as such.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I do now, when I tell her my movements, that's what I would do if we were sitting in the living room. I say, "Hey, baby, I'm finna run over here real quick." It's the same concept to me.
He's setting the tone for the type of man and husband.
I know. My mom always said, "Don't start something you don't want to finish." I understand.
Yeah.
Right. So I start acting as such as things progress. Because it won't be long. We're coming up on a year, so you know.
Yeah, that's peace. Happy anniversary to y'all soon.
Yes.
You know what? Like you said, not starting something that you don't want to finish. It ain't even like you really starting anything because it's you. It's natural.
Exactly. You're showing who you are.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody take advantage of that. That's on them.
Yeah, ain't no cutoff point.
She has never asked me one time, "What are you doing? Where are you going? Have you done?" She don't have to. When I walk out my door to go to work, I go sit in my car and set my phone up in the holder and I hit play. "Hey baby, I'm on my way to work. I'll talk to you later. I love you." I do that every single day I go to work.
That's too much.
That's too much. But
well,
you know, I go back. I love it.
I'm preparing myself for a future with her. So
I wish I had that. Somebody that was very concerned with my feelings and making sure that I ain't feeling no type of way and all of that. And most fellas feel like it's checking in and they don't want to do that.
well, if that's what it is, so be it.
Well,
I'm an adult. I don't care what people think. I damn sure don't care what another nigga think.
that's peace. Hey, Mr. Mitchell, check this out though. Mika, you know, I know it's early, 3 weeks, month, all of that. But down the line, Mr. Mitchell might, you know, birds of a feather. So Mr. Mitchell might have a guy that act the same way he act. And he might be willing to meet old Meek over there. You feel me? Look at her
Mika got
smiling.
her
Girl,
fist up.
Mr.
Mika
Mitchell.
got her fist up right now.
Yeah, well, in the future,
We're
Mr.
gonna
Mitchell.
wait. We're gonna wait a while, but
Wait a
you
minute.
know,
Yeah, that's why I say I ain't gonna press. You know, I just like I said, I know some guys, but I don't know them like that, so I ain't gonna put them on nobody because
Mr.
they might.
Mitchell.
Ain't nobody gonna blame me for.
You had that girl cut my ties.
Jasmine Sullivan.
right.
Mr. Mitchell, do you
Yeah,
swing out?
you mean dance?
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Not for a long time.
Do you go out to swing out dances?
No, I don't go out at all. I don't have time.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Yeah.
lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was gonna go downtown and take some pictures, but that was it. I was gonna go eat dinner and take some pictures and bring my ass home. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't. No, I don't go to clubs. I go to a sports bar every now and then
No,
to watch a
it's
game or
not.
something. But
It's not necessarily a club. I mean, a lot of people here rent these event centers and throw a party. It's not
right.
necessarily a club atmosphere.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I understand what you're saying, but
you. Yeah.
how can I say this? I'm in a committed relationship, and I don't want to be around. Unless my lady with me, and
right.
then yeah, we can go do whatever. But nah, that's not. I don't do that.
Hey, peace, real quick. We got like 9 minutes left, and then we gonna dash.
Probably sooner than that, because
What
I
y'all doing tonight?
don't life left.
Dang, we've been on a minute.
I didn't hear you.
I said, what y'all doing tonight? Y'all finna go home?
Yeah,
You
me.
already at home, so I know you ain't
I'm
going home.
Yeah,
Now, you ain't gotta go nowhere.
yeah, I'm gonna be here.
Upstairs.
I'm going
Right.
might shoot some pool real quick.
Bro, since I'm so heartbroken and sad, you ought to just go on and package that picture up behind you and send it to me.
Oh, Shaka. Oh yeah, we not departed
Shaka?
with Shaka.
Shaka.
But I've been asking for him for like 2 years now.
That's peace. That's peace. You know what?
I'm sad.
See, you can't get this one, but I'll get you one made. And because look, I got two people that want one. You know who else want one?
I don't care about nobody else. I'm talking about me.
Who else want one?
I'm the first one to ask about it.
Who else? No, you're not. Who else want one?
Michael.
No, come on now.
Who?
Who would want Shaka Zulu?
Shaka.
I gotta get him one. But see, anyone that's made is gonna be unique though. It's not gonna be the same. It's gonna look the same.
I'm so in love with that little light-skinned boy there. Oh my God.
Shaka.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. I talked to him the other day, and he was telling me that he was like, I said, we be doing the lives, and he was like, man, I forgot about that. So I was supposed to send him the link, and I forgot. But he was like, tell everybody. I said, what's up?
Mm-mm-mm.
Real talk. Yeah. Peace to Shock Weeks.
Yes. Shock G.
You feel me? Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Off subject, Tina.
Yes, ma'am.
Where happened to Patrick?
Which Patrick?
Patrick.
Reed?
Who?
Patrick Reed.
Mm-mm. Dark-skinned, curly-haired Patrick that was with Cindy. What the hell is his last name? Eric Claymore was his best friend. Oh, girl. I cannot call his name to save my life.
I'm drawing a blank. You're not talking about Jay Kaiser brother Patrick, are you? No,
No.
he's not. No, he ain't dark skin. I mean, he brown. He ain't dark.
You remember Cindy with the red hair?
Yes.
Her boyfriend, Patrick. Everybody knew Patrick. He sang, he did everything.
You
I'm
taking me back.
If you don't remember, then that's a shame. Because
It
we
is.
all was part of the same clique, all of us.
Our clique was deep, though.
It was.
We had a really deep clique.
Jesse James.
Oh,
Where's
Jay.
Jesse?
Jay is living in Arizona right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
On the last show, we mentioned Jesse James.
Yep, we sure did.
That's serious. We just
did.
said it.
We did.
His house was the Skip Out house. That's the first place.
We,
That's the first place I drank my first 40 ounce and passed out, and he let me sleep. He was like, "Leave her alone."
He's still the big brother of the group.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still the big brother.
Man, we should just have a reunion for us.
Right, exactly.
yeah.
And Edison. All right, y'all. Thank you.
It's rough. Yeah.
You are welcome, but hey, even though it's late, I'm gonna hit your line tonight.
You probably need to because, yeah,
I got you. I got you.
All right.
yeah. Talk me
Already.
down, sis, because I'm gonna
Okay.
put my clothes back on.
All right now. All right, sis. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you
Yeah.
later.
Mika,
Peace, me.
love you,
All
babe.
right. Love you too.
Man, we need to change the name of this show because I'm part of the crew now.
True lie. Hey, Mr. Mitchell, it's going to be you and you.
Yeah. I can't. Hey, I'll accept.
No, that's peace, man. We like that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
like that. We lie to and
And
you.
you. Right. I like it.
Hey, Tina was like, yeah, that worked. I like that. All right, y'all. Hey, we gonna say peace with that, y'all. Born Power,
All right, for sure.
Queen
Peace.
Nice.
Queen Nice out.
Okay.
Mika,
All right,
guys.
y'all.
All right.
Mitchell,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Peace. We'll see y'all later.
Peace, y'all. All right, bet.